quad data. Alright, let's go. Close the chat. Basically, I'm going to be reviewing the finals between Afterlife and 30 minutes late. I think this is the first game, so I'm gonna skip this one. This is high division.
Has to send in those targets. Spent a little bit of time.
And I think this should be.
And as you said, it is exactly that mirror match.
Is this the Afterlife game? No, it isn't. Let me find the actual VOD.
A lot closer than the scrum might have thought us. I'm feeling amazed. It was a long road, but now I'm finally here in the interview, and we've won.
Yeah, and quite a victory as well. So one thing I wanted to touch on briefly is this is not the first time you've played Legion. This is I think the third time you've played Legion. So having beaten them twice already, but
here we go for the intermediate finals.
30 minutes.
I didn't.
Spoilers on the score. That was Timo, I think, contest. The absolute madman. Let me just tweet this out. Hang on. How hilarious that I'm basically streaming another VOD, but here you go. Let me change the title of the stream. GGEU Afterlife versus Siemens. Category Overwatch. Yep. Oh, let me just update the info first. Share link to channel or via Twitter. Let's go. Quite an early morning stream, but hey yo. Anyway, let's get down to it. See if I can try and review this.
Bracket. How are you doing today, Neck? Are you excited for today's maps?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Big hungry Phil.
Viper and
Alright, let's start off at the start of the game.
Maybe these teams in Get Good have finally cracked the anti-goats formula, so maybe we'll see that coming out today. I note the
no, that's just because teams at this level don't know how to run goats properly. So it's actually probably easier to counter it than it is to run it at this level, which is basically the exact reverse at the high level. It's much harder to run it than it is to. It's much harder to counter it than it is to run it. I imagine I'll see a lot of goats in the finals, a lot of goats mirrors in the higher bracket, being the GM players. But yeah, anyway.
Afterlife, they like to run Ryan Zarya comps, which doesn't tell us an awful lot because, I mean, technically speaking, is a Ryan Zarya comp. So I'm interested to see what they think that means exactly and what they think.
Afterlife said themselves,
pick apart
actually,
the incoming goats from 30 minutes late.
Afterlife said themselves that they. See, I know being in the server, actually a player for the academy team. I'm pretty sure this is they didn't want to try and run goats versus 30 minutes late. Yeah, basically just to see that they feel like their counter goats and their anti goats comps is probably more powerful than what they could run if they ran goats. So goats is a lot of room for errors as well, and anti goats is probably the more safe comp. Let's play some music in the background as well, actually. Hopefully non-copyrighted. Shit, so I can't upload this to YouTube then. Damn it.
guess it's mine. I guess I really changed it. No Post Malone, but I did it on my own, and now it's so high. They like congratulations, yeah. Big shit, I want big shit, yeah. Big rich.
I'll have to leave it then. That's unfortunate.
Afterlife does look like they're going to be starting out with Dive.
Yes, they're going to be playing Dive on Gardens, which is...
And a Pharah. So recon on that Pharah.
Yeah, so just review comps real quick. We've got standard Zen goats from 30 minutes late. Going to be looking to play point, take control of it. As soon as they scout Pharah, they'll probably be looking to definitely play inside of the point, hide away from the line of sight. Yeah, so just like this is your standard goats from 30 minutes late was on the side of Afterlife. We have a dive comp with double main support, the double main support being commonly run at our level because of the Pharah. So you need the dedicated pharmacy. And obviously Anna in the back is going to be bar a speed boost. Pretty much uncontested. They've got nothing that can really dive her here. They have a diva obviously, but you see the diva on the side of Danny over here, so that should be pretty standard. The tank's job here is basically just to create space for Teemo and Recon on the spam heroes to build up ults, which are gonna try and hopefully delete 30 minutes late and build up more ults over the course of the fight because of the math HP pool of the Goats comp. Yeah, that's it basically. Like, you know, their job here is to survive, and that's a pretty good idea considering they've gone with the Winston and the Diva, which both have survival based ultimates. We got the Pharah, which is touted as a Goats counter when the Goats comp isn't good. And we've got the Hanzo, which is really good for shield break against the Reinhardt, and the Bridge as well. Just for Reinhardt without shield, it's kind of a free kill. But obviously there's a lack of a Discord to really melt tanks, so they're going to be relying quite a lot on the main damage from Recon and Teemo to try and do shit.
On the Hanzo, that's going to create a really excellent crossfire as they start moving. And
Yeah, there we go. Tassa said create a crossfire, which I agree with.
Yeah, it's a smart rotation if you're 30 minutes late. They've got to be expecting this DPS
Yeah,
alignment from
just
Afterlife.
in point.
An early pick though, Wolf's Breath going right.
How does Wolf die there?
They've got to be expecting this DPS alignment.
So the fuel on the back of the Pharah, Wolf dies, but meanwhile the fight is going on. Danny kills the Zarya,
Danny in the meantime gets
loses the mech though for it, and he goes in. Right, okay, let me just watch this fight out first.
Gets the D-Mech and the kill onto the Diva. Recon though in the back with the rockets taking Blur out of the fight. This is still anybody's to play.
I look
for.
like they're just poking. I look what Teemo's doing. He's basically just poking the tanks right now, and like
the point to get away from the aggression. And a big anti-nade comes in.
huge anti-nade from Wolf actually. Let me have a look. See, that was I think it was a 4-man.
In the fight, we're happy
Let me
to
see.
30 minutes late, rotate round.
That was a 3-man, but it landed the Bridge, the Lucio, and the Reinhardt, who were all low. So that was actually a really clutch anti from Wolf. Obviously not possible without the res onto from Switch.
On the point to get away from the aggression.
And at this point the Pharah is just like uncontested because the Divas had to back off because she's low on pressure. And into the drink she goes.
Kind of goes down, and Afterlife are in the lead.
Yes, Afterlife is going to take control of this first point, and one of the reasons why they took control is because they're in control. The team composition that they're playing does require a fair bit of patience from Afterlife to wait for a pick from either Taimu or Recon, and then the extra damage on top of that allows the tanks in Sai and Danny to kind of go in and do their job here.
Okay, so I mean, to be fair, she covered it really well. Just the whole point of they're waiting on a very spam poke comp. Their tanks, unless they've got Primal and Bomb, don't really want to hard engage them, because they'll just die. They're playing quite patiently. Luckily for Recon and Teemo, they've both played the Goats comp from the side of 30 minutes late have played really clumped up. So they've managed to farm ultimates. The first one's online. Look at the ult. Or was it ult economy from both sides? Obviously they just made switches, so Dex has just gone over to the Winston. Shrike and Razmu have both just swapped, I believe. Well, I think Razmu was on the bridge anyway, actually. No, it wasn't. It was on the Diva.
Rotation if you're 30 minutes late. With the
Let me look at the swaps that have been made then. Obviously just the
Goats
auto
down
economy,
and
because you
Afterlife
win the fight and you're
are
playing
in
against
the
Goats
lead.
is just massive
Yes,
from the side of the
Afterlife is gonna
non-Goats
take
team.
control this first
So
point,
Razmu's
and one
gonna
of the
switch
reasons
to
why they took control is because they're in control. The team
Bridge
composition that
here.
they're playing does
Datu's
require
gonna
a
go
fair
and
bit of
play...
patience from
Does he play the
Afterlife
Diva or
to
does he
wait
play on the
for a pick
stick on the
from either
Zarya?
Taimu or Recon,
No, he
and
goes
then
over to
the
Diva.
extra
Right, okay.
damage on
That's
top of
interesting. So they're still running a form of Goats. They're running... essentially what they've spotted is they've spotted dive, so they clearly, 30 minutes clearly know the circle quite well. So they've got the circle being that it's Goats, Goats, McCree comp, and why do I forget the third one? I'm an idiot. Anyway, basically the premise is that they've spotted out that this is very much a dive comp, or they think it's a dive comp, which it isn't at the same time. The tanks are going to be hard engaging on them purely to create space. They're not going to be looking for kills because they shouldn't be able to get any really unless 30 minutes majorly fuck up. Yeah, so they've spotted out that they have dive tanks and a Farah, so the McCree is the sensible pick. And obviously they brought the Brig in as well to try and deal with the tanks and make it so they can't dive onto them to create space. Why am I forgetting the third circle? It's Goats. Oh, Sombra. I guess it's Sombra.
that allows the tanks and
Let me refresh my own mind. Stuffed analyst doesn't know circle of Goats. Jane, circle of counters. Here we go. Just quickly.
Okay.
Sorry, wait for sorry.
Present to trans feels bad.
Alright, so they're
Oh no, this is just CC comps.
nice.
Nice. Job, Anna.
Code.
Anyway, enough of that. I had the video somewhere, damn it. Have I got it saved? I don't think I do. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's just Overwatch Meta Guide, I think it is. Apologies, I'm just trying to refresh my own knowledge. No, not Skyline. I'm pretty sure it was Sombra Doom, McCree. This was heading into the World Cup. It was Sombra Doom, McCree comps, and it was and Goats. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just back to GGEU. So obviously they've spotted out that they're running
Sai and
dive
Danny
tanks
to kind of
with
go
a
in and do
spam
their
comp, so
job
they're trying to
here.
run McCree.
So it's a really great use of this first
Ooh,
team.
that was a big boot there.
So in fact,
it's
Recon
a
finds
really
Blur
great
early,
use
and this
of
fight's
this
basically
That was
over,
a
which is like
big boot there. Recon sending Blow right down into
the
the
best possible thing
opening that was
for
required. We see the Winston pile in on the back.
30 minutes late, because they've gotten basically a free fight win just off the boot. Just check to see if it goes over to my Discord, otherwise I've not seen it. Yeah, luckily it's fine. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, it's basically really free for Recon because, like, the simple fact is that he's better than the hit stand clearly. Like, if he's gotten a free boop on the zone, that really shouldn't be happening. And Recon has basically just solo carried this fight. During in the meantime, Sai's managed to build up his Winston ult. So with 4 ults up, with 50% down, like with Wolf almost have nano as well, and 30 minutes having no ults, like Recon almost got a pause as well there. This should be such a free fight for Afterlife. This should just be probably.
They were looking to just stay
Never mind,
safe.
Recon got strike. Like, so this happened twice now. Just look at the spam damage coming out though. Let's look at Strike's health bar as we engage. Strike takes a body. So Strike takes a body shot from their Hanzo. No, he takes a. Does he take a shot from Zen? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, he does take a body shot from the Hanzo, or a rocket from the Pharaoh. Shot from the Pharaoh, and another one, and he's dead. That's a bad play from their D.Va, not DMing that. And then it's just clean up, like they just go in. Probably didn't need the barrage there actually, but you commit the barrage just to safely win the fight, and you leave the D.Va to stagger herself.
Into the fight, so with 77% of the point captured for Afterlife, things are looking pretty grim for 30 minutes late on this opening map.
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, pretty grim. They've only just managed to get both support ults online, and it's been 80%. Their tank ults are nowhere near online. Shrike, obviously Shrike and Razmu's ults. Razmu's ult's kind of important, I guess, but Shrike's isn't. But it could still be a free pharmacy kill if they play it around right, but that's sort of not the goal of the comp. They're trying to kill it, just in general with the D.Va, with the McCree, with the Discord. Funnily enough, they've not sort of
Because they've got 5 ultimates that they'll be able to use for this.
any type of damage boost. Recon gets him again, which is just like, that's actually terrible. I don't want to be too toxic, but Jesus, that shouldn't be happening. That's just a difference of quality from
They
Recon.
are not giving Recon the respect they deserve, because that is what the third concussive blast kill that we've had coming out from Recon.
It's not that they're not giving him respect, it's just that Recon is actually too good for them. Blur almost goes in the pit there, he has to transfer and save himself. Razmu finds a bomb. This is just a clean fight from them. I probably missed so much micro stuff. Pause beats there just to try and save the fight because it's 99, but it's just game over at this point. Like, they nanoed the Mercy for fuck's sake to try and BM. Like,
taking decks out, we see the DMEC and the kill. Don't switch getting the kill onto Gachi Bass keys. That is going to be
Gachi Bass.
already wrote for 30 minutes late
the
on map
Cheebus. I'm trying to watch this out at this point before I some thoughts. Yeah. Interestingly enough, like as soon as they captured first point, like it's game over. From the side of 30 minutes late, like Farah on defense, on control is on this map especially so strong because she has control of sight lines and she can spam spawn for free. What we saw again there was kind of just playing to the meta of the elo. Obviously, it's the intermediate finals, meaning that it's diamond. In general, the game is a lot slower than it is in the higher levels. Like the tanks weren't really hard engaging, they were actually like allowing themselves to take a lot of poke, which against a Farah and a Hanzo is actually the worst thing you can do. So yeah, that was it basically. Like as soon as they got control of the point with 2 ults up, it was game over. I don't think Teemo even needed the Dragon Strike because Recon basically carried it with fights. They've gone for another Goats counter here. Interesting enough, it's control center, so they've just adapted their tanks and support line. Recon's gone over to the Junkrat, which is more effective on this point. Tymo stayed on the Hanzo because there's no reason for him not to, especially now with the combo of the Zarya. But obviously they know that the Zen and the Lucio are on side, so defensive ults. But hopefully Afterlife, what I want to see is them try and bait out, because they try and force out ults basically. So if you look at the side of 30 minutes late, they've got 2 defensive ultimates. They have their Grav and they have their Shatter. You've got Tyre, Dragon, Shatter and Grav on top of the Nano boost as well. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 really offensive ultimates that are looking to try and just be used in aggression to blow up the enemy, as opposed to, obviously you've got the Grav, you've got the D.Va bomb, you have the Rally which is more defensive but also can be used aggressively. You've got Shatter and Grav on the side of 30 minutes late. So essentially they have just a lot more firepower Afterlife do. So what they're probably looking to do is try and bait out the support ults, particularly the Zen Trance, maybe with a well-placed Dragon. So they've got a free Grav which then C and Recon can swing into and mine into to cycle ult economy. Like the key for Afterlife here is again winning the first fight and probably just cycling ults between Sia, Danny, Recon, Teemo.
not even have to invest that many resources to knock 30 minutes late out of the fight. Afterlife
Let's see leather.
early high ground position, just
Let me look at the ult
use some of that
percentages
ground
from
damage coming in from the Junkrat and the Hanzo.
Recon and
He's got a
Tymo.
couple of
Cedo's low there, so they play off from round
Nexus
corner,
shield
which
is
is
now
absolutely
down
fine.
and out of the fight, and we've
Their
got a
Zarya
very
decides to
aggressive
push,
coming in
he
there
backs
from
off
Strike,
immediately.
getting right into the middle, forcing Afterlife back slightly. So 30 minutes late, looks like they've got.
And I think Afterlife actually don't mind taking poke here, because they're probably not going to cap first. Maybe they still do, but obviously we see both tanks damaged quite heavily. Danny definitely needs to chill out for a second, but it's just like more ult charge for the support, which is absolutely fine, because Afterlife should know that if they get the first ult online, like if they manage to build Nano first, and Nano their Zarya specifically, or Nano their Reinhardt, mid-fight, it's going to be so strong against the Goats comp, and it's going to be game over. Like, Sai's just like there eating damage, like, but Wolf's keeping him up so well. Let's see how Shrike died. So that's Shrike dying first again in another team fight. That's definitely something 30 minutes to look at. I think he died twice first on the first time. So like either positional mistake, or not playing, or his shield hasn't been playing around, or he's not playing around his shield, or the shield goes down. Like the Ryan gets booped up in the air. Let's look at Shrike. I'm guessing his shield gets burned as well after he takes needless poke damage against the Zarya. Does Teemo just body shot him? He gets chunked, healed up. I'm just looking at Shrike's health bar. He gets a big damage. I'm guessing that's. What chunks him that low? Where is he?
We're just looking for the first line, pushing in for Afterlife. Getting right.
Shrike on the bridge. There he is. So he's in the back there. Does the Zarya yeet a click onto him? So he gets booped up. Oh, he gets booped up with a junk mine. That causes him to go low. But he gets healed, and then Tymo pops him because he drops shield. And all Wolf has to do is just hard keep CO alive. Nanoed him just to clean the fight up. Probably wasn't needed, to be fair. But yeah, like the Nano's committed to keep CA up just in case. Without the Reinhardt, this comp's kind of stuffed.
Yeah, but that is going to just be a reset for 30 minutes late here. And look at the aggressive positioning that Afterlife is utilizing at the door here. They have the Dragon Strike online, so if 30 minutes late is going to go through this door.
Yeah, it's the same strategy they've used on, from what I can see, based off just the same, just how you play spam comms, to be honest. Recon ties early, which I really like, because it's a chance to cycle ultimate, knowing that his grav is going to be online soon with Sae. There's absolutely no, so I'm answering Twitter DMs, absolutely no need for them to go grav tire here, because they'll just be out. It's better to cycle ultimates and try and see if they can get value off that.
That might be a really nice opening for either of these DPS ults.
Yeah, but here comes the Tayo, and it does find plausible. I assume he would just.
There you go, that's a pick. Like, they have to back off now because they don't do anything without the Lucio. And this just means more time for Danny and CA to spam 5 strikes and right clicks to build up ultimate. Let's look how quickly Recon gets his ultimate back, actually. This is what I'm going to be looking for this fight before I go over anything else. So we're spamming, Recon goes to 15, but Danny meanwhile has built up his ultimate on the side there. He's probably going to yeet this. Yeah, he just yeets it in and they go Grav Dragon. Dex tries to counter shatter. Wouldn't recommend it, but you never know. Like, he actually catches Wolf and the enemy Reinhardt, who gets stunned up by the Earth Shatter. Just the Lucio, which is absolutely fine. Like, he just yeets in the Shatter. Like, he just uses off the Rhine Shield. They Grav Dragon. They transit though. Teemo cancels with Storm Arrows, and Recon's just there to fire into it. And at this point, like, well, actually, the Zarya's down. Yeah, this is a one fight for 30 minutes actually. So that defensive ult really saving them there, and Switch is just going to try and stall for as long as possible. So that was actually a really good fight for 30 minutes. Let me have a look at this one more time with casting.
Here's the Graviton and the.
Trying to wait out some of the damage that they're taking, because Afterlife
so they
has
grav
a lot
early.
to pump out here.
Maybe they could have grav tire there actually, because
Zarya, though,
obviously
is gonna
burst
go in and
damage
try to utilize
goes
that
through
Graviton.
Transcendent.
Here's the Graviton and the counter shatter coming in over the top. Dragon gets committed into the fight, triggering the Transcendence from Blur, but it's not enough to keep tanks and support. Here's the Graviton.
It's interesting to
And
see
the
that
counter-
both Ryans go down, I
Shatter
think,
coming
early.
in.
But obviously they lose a main healer as opposed to 30 minutes,
Over
which
the
still
top,
have
Dragon
both
gets
up.
committed into the fight, triggering the Transcendence from Blur, but it's not enough to keep tanks and supports alive. Gachibas with the high charge, able to do
Gachibas.
quite a lot of work.
It's gonna make me laugh every time. Anyway, yeah, aggressive positioning from Afterlife Punish there as soon as the Ryan gets dropped. Pretty much, I think, like as soon as they lose the Ryan. Wolf hits a cheeky sleep on Dadji there. I don't think they make any swap, honestly. I think they just know that they could probably win the next fight off the ultimates that they have. Oh, and also Teemo finding a massive headshot. So Dachi solo grabs the Reinhardt. They charge him, the Diva Bomb comes in, CA is still alive somehow, the Tide comes in. After finishing the fight on 88, yeah, so they know that with Tide they just win the next fight. I'm not really sure about 30 minutes here, trying to hard commit. Obviously they see the pit go down, so they probably need to go fast. Almost whiffs the grab actually. Does the Dachi Zarya on the side of 30 minutes late. Tai comes in, Nano comes in, Beat comes in, everyone on Afterlife presses Q apart from CA, and they just clean up basically. This is a really good stagger actually from Switch to boop them backwards. And they've got defensive, aggressive positioning again. So this is kind of lucky here, because 30 minutes really didn't execute their ults well, like at all. So they zone them off. Dachi gets done too far without his Ryan shield. It's a good Ryan shield to save him from spam damage. So you see them rotate. Zen cuts out of position because his Reinhardt's not there. Sad's a mistake from the Reinhardt and the Zen. They almost whiff grab but get lucky that the Reinhardt backs up into it. They charge bomb, the beat is perfect, the nano is perfect. Well, it's good enough. And the bubble comes in and they're just staggering at this point. And CA with the nano gets to hold forward. So again, just Afterlife getting good value out of the ultimates. Recon playing Doomfist here. Alright then, Chief. Please don't tell me CA tries to meme chat this. I'll probably say his name wrong actually. I missed that 1 second. Such a stuff stream. So funnily enough they back out actually here, but I'm guessing that's because they don't have that much spam damage now when they're looking for the shatter. Their Reinhardt is stupidly out of position, but Blur manages to find Recon actually, but he just drops the shatter straight on the Zarya. The Dragon comes in from CA, and Teemo, sorry. Let me rev up again. So they come off and the Reinhardt goes to... the Doomfist is in the corner, that's why. So that's a bit of a feed from Recon. The Reinhardt just peels on him instantly, but that leaves CA with a free shatter because Detch is out of position, drops the hammer, tries to find more, but he gets the Zarya, which is actually important here, gets the swing on him. Big anti from Wolf again, I think that was a 5-man anti from Wolf, so that's like a fight-winning anti. Pin charge, swing, and then both their tanks are cut off by the Dragon. Teemo should have an absolute field day here. Blur shits himself in trances, absolutely the worst idea, but I get it to 99. The shatter comes in, and they actually end up winning this fight, I think. So maybe it was the... They should end up winning this fight. Recon finds Shrike though, so actually winnable. Oh, it's nowhere near ult. But the contest is back in. No, like if they're Afterlife, they should be backing out here. So the Doomfist pick was kind of a feed, but there was a really good knockdown from the bridge. So that was greedy. Obviously Recon manages to find a punch on anyone from 30 minutes late there. Any of the squishies is a GG. So look at the charge from Dachi though, he's on like absolutely no energy. Like even with winning that fight, which is really not what you want. But he goes back up high though. Again, this is just... I know, let me try and review this. But this is an interesting comp against Goats because Sombra... Doomfist is so good with Sombra. because of the lack of cooldowns. Like, as soon as the enemy has no cooldowns, Recon is absolutely free just to free farm. Just drop shatters in. But let me properly review this fight once more. So obviously they don't kill the Zen, so he trances, which allows the Brig and the Reinhardt to push. And it's just a case of the ones that are alive on the side of 30 minutes are more valuable and more tanky, and they just come in with respawns and clean up. Be like that. So yeah, basically. I should put the casting on actually while I'm just watching
Mark
it.
here. They're gonna have to wait for their own members though, but I think Sai's ready to take advantage of them having members down.
And here's the nano boost right onto Sai. He wants to get in and swing and build up that Earth Shatter. Speaking of which, with the ride out of the fight, that lets you pop that straight away. That charge not able to connect with anything, but it doesn't matter because there is so little defense online for 30 minutes late that they can get in and just swing
Ults
away
come in.
with the,
Grav comes
the kill
in.
on
Grav
Supportable.
does point.
Here comes the sound barrier, and the Graviton Surge does not matter at all because Afterlife take Mac #1.
Pretty convincing victory there still as
Yeah.
well. I think the 30 minutes late is warming up though, and I expect them to start kind of waking up and coming online. But Blur on this Zenyatta, whew, this was some spicy stuff. I know it didn't go quite in the favor of 30 minutes late, but this Transcendence was, again, one of the reasons why, yeah, fat trans there.
Yeah, key in keeping. Sadly,
He did his job,
stuff
like,
going on around
you know,
the
applauding the Zen for
entirety of
pressing
team
Q,
life,
but
still
fair enough.
really good play.
It's just a good trans. It's what you want, it's expected. It's just unfortunate that his team stood die around him. But that's probably just bad shield management from the Reinhardt. Let's see what they think actually.
Struggling to deal with the sort of projectile composition that Afterlife are throwing at them.
So, you know, a lot of people
She's
have
lost her words.
stated that DPS heroes do not do a great job of checking a triple support. Triple
Yeah, they
tank
don't if it's a good
composition.
comp.
But
This is the
I
thing.
think that Afterlife has kind of gotten that down pat. They don't like running goats. I think they know why
They don't need to. This is the thing. Like, they actually just don't need to run goats because their DPS players are so strong.
That do. So 30 minutes late, being one of those teams that likes running goats is gonna unfortunately feel the short end of that stick.
Even after watching map 1, like, this is going to be a long fucking series for 30 minutes. I can definitely see that already. It's the first time I've watched this game, but like, obviously I know the people from Afterlife, so I'm not trying to be too biased, but like, I'm pretty sure even just the SR difference on the side of Afterlife is actually just like bigger. Like, you wouldn't find these two, like if they sit stacked at the same time, you wouldn't find these two queuing into each other after like 100 attempts, for example. I think Afterlife's SR is actually just like much higher. Just it says after the game that Teemo is actually like 3900, and this is a diamond tournament, so I'm not sure what the SR ranges are, but I'm surprised to see a player near GM playing him on diamonds, because it's kind of a free clap. Overall, but Afterlife have made a good adaptation to choose not to run goats into them, just that's clearly what 30 minutes practice, and they're probably used to playing against. The simple fact is that Afterlife 30 minutes goats have to be so clean if they want to actually win against this spam comp coming out from Afterlife. And there was openings, they did win with ultimates, and they had the ultimate advantages, and they did take some good fights. Funnily enough, the fights that they won on Control Center were with Afterlife trying to engage with ults. They used the Grav Dragon, and they counter trans, and they trade 2 ults for 1, and then they win that way, as well as over aggression, and I think Teemo misses a shot on Shrike, which allows Shrike to, no, not Shrike, it's Blur on the Zen to clutch with the Transcendence. So yeah, it's just the level of goats that has to be run has to be so clean and so coordinated, and you have to go in and engage so fast. You almost have to play it like a dive, because otherwise they're just going to spam you, and it's especially hard when you lose the first fight and the defending team control sightlines on control. But anyway, let's see how we go. I'm gonna eat a muffin for breakfast.
At this sort of elo, so the intermediate bracket is, you know, roughly diamond up to masters, depending on how people have progressed over the course of the season. I feel you often get a lot more value out of letting players play the characters they are most comfortable on. So, you know, the fact that we have the team of Afterlife who clearly have these DPS comfort picks and they're just able to, you know, almost casually flex onto them and click heads and get that.
Yeah, he's 100% right there. At this level, it's about playing what you're comfortable with, even with Masters and Diamonds. Like, you can't play Goats if you don't have good Goats players, and they don't understand the comp. So, at the end of the day, Afterlife, you're running a comp they're comfortable playing, like just a standard ladder comp. There's 30 minutes trying to meta it, but yeah, anyway. Shout out Phil, my man who's 100% correct.
W. Maybe means that this more calculated approach that 30 minutes late are taking by running the more complicated, you know, jigsaw puzzle piece of Goats, you know, maybe just having that comfort in the back pocket for that Afterlife is why they're able to take that point so convincingly.
It's possible. So there are two kind of rules of approach here when you're looking at this kind of elo. Either you have people that are trying to fit into that puzzle piece that is that triple support comp because it does work really well for getting people to play together, or you have what Afterlife is doing and they go with comfort picks. We saw this before as well with the beginners NA division where we had a team that was running Goats versus a team that wasn't. And the team that wasn't was absolutely running comfort picks, and it worked out a lot better. It just kind of it's kind of what you're trying to do. If it's about teaching them proper meta, or it's about teaching them to how to utilize the mechanics best. It works well.
I felt certain you were going to say it's about teaching them proper manners, and you know we have some younger players on these teams. I can understand a few of them. Maybe some better manners, but we have got our next map locked in. We are going to be going to Rialto.
Ooh, this is an interesting choice for 30 minutes late to pick, especially because they saw the damage that Afterlife can do with those DPS slots, and this is Farah's playground. I think that Farah plays really well over the buildings, especially on first point, and then all of the high ground gives a lot of range and opportunity for some sort of hit scan DPS as well. So something tells me they're going to go 2-2-2 again, and it's going to be pretty deadly.
I'd love to know what 30 minutes late thought process was here. You know, if they're going to be running Goats, then yeah, as you've highlighted already.
PodChamp, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Easy. Yeah, decent. I just reviewed the first map, so we've done
Cool.
we've done Lijiang now, so I don't know how we're going to do this so you can see the same screen as mine. I guess screen share is an idea.
Yeah, or screen share or visor maybe, if you want, or
Watch together could work.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, let's just go watch together then. Scuff stream. So basically I'll just show you in the first map while I set up the watch together room. I don't think there's anyone in stream, but I'll be uploading this to YouTube anyway, just in case.
Yeah.
So basically the idea is that like so far like 30 minutes have just come out running Goats, and Afterlife I think are actually just higher SR have come out running a spam comp, and they've just not known how to deal with it. So
Okay.
you know what I mean, like if you want to speak on like Goats at this level, which is intermediate, so it's Diamond to Masters, so if you want to speak on that then go for it while I set this shit up.
Yeah, so I mean, go to if so usually it comes down to just basic mechanics at this level. You've got no one is at a level where they can perform the actions, or as in they can know what they want to do.
Yeah.
But they often can't perform the actions which they want to perform.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to a lot of the time. But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched lower level Goats for a while. So
It's very scuffed. I don't want to be toxic to these guys, but
okay. Yeah.
um,
So
it's what you'd expect. Honestly, it's like diamond level goats. Like it's absolutely
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But there's also a case of I think the SR difference is big as well, so you've got to take that into account. But also like they made some weird swaps. So they played. I think they're playing they're playing that off-tank player on the Zarya. They had the DPS on the Diva. But let's go to Rialto. Are you in the watch room?
Yeah, I am.
Alright, cool.
I'd love to know what 30 minutes late thought process was here. You know, if they're going to be running
Rialto,
goats.
so
I'd love to know what 30 minutes.
I'm
late
assuming
thought
do they play
process
both play
was
goats
here.
or?
I don't know. I'm watching this for the first time, so let's fast forward
Okay.
this.
Yeah, as you've highlighted.
That's okay. Okay.
Oh no! I actually know this game. So they play quad tank without a Lucio and can't spawn. That's their first. That's Afterlife's first strat. It's a bit BM, but
Bastion, but Timer got an early pick onto blue.
let's have a look. Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty conscientious of how they attack
Okay,
this.
so
Get your thoughts on this one.
Okay, so 30 MS attacking, so they might switch probably.
Mm.
And then, as you say, quad tank with Alta Lucio with a Brig instead of Lucio. Okay, so in every comp you basically need a Mercy or a Lucio. It's rare that you don't in specific situations where you might go without
Yeah.
a Lucio.
I'll jump in once you're done, just to explain why I think they didn't run a bridge. Because I know these guys. I play for their academy team sometimes, so
Okay.
I understand why they didn't run a bridge. They run a bridge instead. But
could you pause for a second?
Yep,
Or-
if I can. There we go.
or-
Oh, I have to
sorry.
pause it on the watch together. That's so stuffed.
Okay. Yeah, so what this pick means is what Lucio does is so he means you can engage in close range. If you don't have the Lucio, then it means they have a lot more opportunity to stun you, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they can again just walk out against Orisa. It matters slightly less because you're kind of trying to sustain and bait fortify. I think having Moira against Orisa is good, although you'd prefer an Ana, because so the way Moira works is that she's very offensive, but as soon as you lose that offensive capability, then as soon as you stop pushing forward, then she starts being incapable of doing anything.
Yeah.
And she stops healing. It's like,
Yikes.
and then her orbs, they move forward, so you have to be moving forward at the same time.
Unless they're like you bounce it off a wall and then you move it side to side that way.
Yeah, but I mean, so that's just an example of how her kit kind of works, and then yeah, so you need to be moving forward, you need to be pushing, and then if you've got that set up, then you have a really good tempo. You get coalescence after healing enough, and then you can continue the fight. And when issue is that you don't actually have the ability to kill people, because you have no damage without this good, or like with Ana at least you have nade to be offensive after you've baited abilities for a while. In this you're just purely reliant on moving forward and having the space advantage, but if they at any point start moving back, and you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, hop in. We're going to get super in. See if we can do this as a 3-man. It should be quite fun to review. And then I'll go over why I think they're running whatever it is. What's good?
is my voice working?
Hey, Geek.
Hey,
Arrows.
what's up?
What's good, super?
Should I call you Arrows now? Because that's not your.
No, call me Cyanide. I have rebranded because I'm not
Cyanide.
I'm not an Xbox player anymore. Thank you. I would appreciate. There's like I think Robbie's the only one I like that actually calls me Arrows. Everyone else on Xbox calls me Arrows, apart from like people that I actually like because they just call me Josh.
Wait, so we all just previously Xbox players then?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we're all Xbox players.
We're all Xbox
Let's go,
players.
dude.
Xbox players reviews. Yeah.
Oh
So
God.
let me.
The view and drop numbers just dropped. To
Yeah,
zero.
it's dropped. So the premise is we've just gone over the first map. 30 minutes are hard committed to running goats. They ran goats on the first map, super, just to fill him in. And now we're on a Rialto. let me just also explain as well why they're running the Brig instead of the Moira. So I know this because I repeat myself again on stream. Yeah, because I was talking to the Afterlife guys after the game because I'm actually in their Discord because I fill for their academy team basically, which is just like the low diamond team pretty much.
Alright. Wait,
So
this is a diamond tier?
this is a diamond to masters, so it's the intermediate tier. So basically, Afterlife were like hard committed to spawn camping this. Like they memed a bit, but they were like hard committed to spawn camping because they thought it was good. Like they, I think CA Recon and Timo, Danny as well. They actually like used to watch a lot of they still watch a lot of contenders. So obviously they knew that like back in the days of season 1, you saw like Hurricane running like quad tank and shit. So they were like, quad tank is good, let's just swap the Lucio out for a Brig because we don't need the speed boost because we're not going to be going anywhere because we're going to be staying in their spawn. That was basically
Well, yeah, I think me and Kate just had the same thought of. Well,
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It is bad. I'd still prefer the Lucio for the AoE heal.
It's also
I mean-
got a better ult, especially the break changes recently.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think to some extent you can make a kind of argument for Rally being a good snowball ultimate, but at the same time, Lucio speed boost isn't so much about moving places; it's more about actually engaging on them and moving faster than them, so that you can engage on them.
Defo. I still would have kept the Lucio here, and I know Switch is actually a very competent Lucio player. So let's just throw it out, and then if there's any pause points.
Wait, I'm curious. Did they the 30 minutes later guys? Did they know? Had they already like previously scrimmed with them, so they knew they were going to do this?
No, I don't think so. I think they were just hard.
Diamond level scrims, like this is the level where you don't reset scrim. The
Oh
map
yeah,
after.
but that's just
Like-
Xbox.
No, I play in
Nah,
scrims where you
really
reset maps. I've played in scrims where you reset maps to do the full map, like. But then again, I run the
really?
team. I run
Wait,
the
so
team.
that's just an Xbox thing then.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Well,
Just an Xbox
Unfortunate.
thing.
so you don't reset like the full map and everything.
F.
No, like I also have that you don't stagger baby divas. I know some teams do, but like it kind of tilts me when teams don't, because it's just rude in a scrim to be honest. Because you're trying to get more fights in. Like you shouldn't having to practice stagger a fucking baby diva. Like anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I still go with it. Why is Dex shouldn't be taking this much damage though?
They just hard melted
They-
him.
Okay.
See how quick they got rally up though. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Like
Does all that AoE killing.
yeah. Let's go back and actually like see if we can spot anything on number. So this is just a fucking meme. Like they're literally spawn camping them. They come out with the bastion. So they check to see if they're hiding under, and then they start out that they're there.
So first, if you're running Bastion, you shouldn't be running more at the same time.
No,
because
that's terrible.
That's
Yeah,
actually
that's what I was about to
That's
say.
terrible. Timo finds blur for some reason.
Like I would have preferred this exit transitions better into the goats comp, because you
Mm.
are going to be realistically running the goats comp.
Yeah.
Unless they actually did intend to be running goats.
Yeah.
Well,
So
no,
if you-
no, not goats.
if you see it
bash
that-
and attack,
Yeah.
which would be really
See at the bottom,
So,
blur gets hooked off first, which is just bad play.
and they anticipate.
Super, you might need to fix your mic, buddy. It's a bit scuffed.
Yeah, I got scuffed.
Oh, is it your internet?
yeah, that was internet.
Rough. Okay, we'll try and translate for you.
I mean, so 30 MS should probably be going against. Well, so you could play Zen Goats.
Mm,
You definitely could.
that's what
But I
they do.
think probably just for solid hard counter, I'd go Anna. Just because you can sustain through the initial damage because they
Mm.
don't have Discord, and then you can suffix start
Recon feeds
pushing
there.
back, and then they lose all ability to keep healing because they're running Moira, and Moira stops healing. Basically stops healing after a small bit after their team stop pushing forward.
Mm. Recon comes back on the Hammond because he gets knocked out. Because he low-key fed a bit, but it's fine. He's on Diva.
I think a lot of that last fight was just poor Discord priority and poor target focus, because then you had Diva going insanely low with Discord on her, but then no one.
Focusing her, yeah.
Yeah, like Ryan was focusing the enemy Ryan. It's like
Give me a moment, be right back.
Aye.
okay.
All good.
Okay, so this is good. Like proper counter. Just
Yeah. CEA's Ryan Shield got absolutely deleted there, and I think they're just going to go back and play a spam comp here because they memed a bit too hard. But like, as they fed them quite a lot of ultimates, but also like they've scraped off like a solid 2 minutes on the clock, and I think Afterlife are confident they can probably full hold this. To be fair, so they just go back and play the comp that deleted them on Control Center.
Okay. Dex moved back. Dex should have held by the hedge. He dropped that way too early, and that should have been punished because he gave them a load of space. You always just need to hold the corner.
Yeah. Late stages here.
Yeah. So
Right, I'm back.
I'd say the Hanzo Farah is kind of weird. I'd say I'd prefer a Widow or a Sombra, but
Nah, I'm fine with the Hanzo. At least it's not entirely bad because obviously he charges his ult quite quickly against goats.
yeah.
And
I'd say it's not
but-
entirely bad, definitely, but
also
It's
Storm
not
Arrow
like
as well.
borderline throwing, but it's,
No,
it's
no.
just not the best.
yeah.
Would you not agree
I
that
do.
Storm Arrow against the shield though? Because they definitely try and pressure the tanks here. Afterlife.
Yeah, I
Teemo
do
hits a
see
clean.
that, although I think when you're playing Farah, the focus should be a lot more on just denying the diva.
Yeah.
And Hanzo doesn't really do that as much. But both the thing is, both DPS are very tank focused, and they're both more focused on actually doing damage.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, and so Hanzo isn't really a win condition DPS, in that normally he just kind of helps the tank line push forward. But you should, in this comp, you should kind of be more focused around helping the Farah push forward. And so I think Widow or Sombra would accomplish that a lot better.
They grab Dragon because their Zen doesn't have trans up because he used it to win the first fight.
Also, something I just noticed, Shrike, their break 30 minutes later, hasn't really been keeping the uptime for Inspire. He's not been doing damage, so the Inspire time has been fine.
Yeah. I think at this point Shrike's kind of low-key scared because Shrike was on the McCree. They went to McCree goats, like a McCree dive coat. On.
Oh yeah, I know.
Let me just rewind it real second. This comp. So they went out to this comp and Recon picks off Shrike like 3 times. Like I'll just quickly speed through this. So look, so it's the first fight. I'm pretty sure he gets Shrike again.
Shrike getting destroyed.
Like
The thing about Super McCree is if they at any point start attacking you,
there you go.
then
Recon
you're
gets
kind of
Shrike.
screwed because you have no sustain
Yeah.
and your Winston can't set up properly. Like this is why you would normally run a Hammond in DPS comps because you don't have to have the setup.
So there we go. Fight begins and Recon gets Shrike again. Look, he hits him off the edge. If you can see, he's round the corner here. He's behind the rock.
That is just unfortunate.
That's a no medal all though. And obviously they switch at this point, and then it's just like.
Wait, what was that trans? Did he just trans nothing there? What?
He actually tried to do the trans jump.
He tried to do trans jump to touch point.
He tried to do the trans jump.
Yeah, he did. He tried to do trans jump because he had to touch point, so it was overtime.
Oh god.
So I'm guessing they wanted to hard engage with trans because like it's game over at this point. Like they're just throwing ultimates out and hoping on a
I
prayer.
mean, at least it was a good thought process.
And obviously they nano. Yeah, they nano Valkyrie as well.
Hard engage with their trans.
No, it's a bad idea. It's just bad. Oh yeah, they nanoed the Battle Mercy just to clean up because they were BMing a bit at this point. But anyway, let's go back to Rialto. This was just a stop. They also played Doomfist here, which was anyway. I've gone through that.
Back to the present.
Yeah. So that was just a pick off. So that's a possible reasoning as to why Shrike is playing a bit more passively than he probably should be because he's definitely scared of Recon's Farah at this point. The whole team are in general.
That armor pack usage was kind of scuffed. Like
they pop
really Lucio should be.
Yeah, also they're going for like the Hanzo.
They pop both ults though. Like Recon pops Barrage as well.
I personally, if you're gonna be running Farah, I tend to
Super. I don't think I got a word of that, buddy.
You're kind of laggy, sorry.
Damn it. If you want to type it in Discord, by all means, go ahead in the channel chat. So Recon gets that's there, which is just like them not speed
That's-
boosting.
That's
Yeah.
an
Mr.
early-
Rez is in chat. They could also just mirror. Yeah, they could just mirror the comp. I don't know why they stuck on gates for that long, honestly.
Is this any better?
Yeah, it
I
is.
could hear it.
I don't think mirror would be great here, honestly. I think you can just bully the
The tanks.
or well, no, you can't really bully the tanks because they've got Anna. So,
True.
but I think you can definitely bully the Farah if she doesn't have a mercy to keep
Mm.
her sustained.
They-
So,
This Farah was
Like,
so
this is-
uncontested, like all game. I'm pretty sure I remember them saying that afterwards. Like
I
recon
know-
was
and I
so
think
free.
This is, it's like, this is one of the only situations in which you want to be focusing the Farah first. In every other situation, the Farah will have enough support, but in this comp, she has no support.
Mm.
So you don't want to be playing a rush comp into this, because then you're focusing the tanks when really you should, and that just gives the Farah space,
Mm.
right?
Switched it to the boop here.
And then.
Mm.
But I mean, like, both comps could probably win out in this because
Yeah.
I'd say Diva is still uncontested.
Yeah.
30 MS Diva is uncontested by Afterlife in that she can freely.
I know who's
Uh,
done that.
Um,
Sorry
Or-
about that. That was my bad. I was trying to like invite my other Discord account.
For
oh,
fuck's sake.
F.
My bad.
Nah, no problem.
Let's go back. Here we are, I think.
Yeah. I mean, so what's this? Oh, rotation. So they've always got Shatter, but Brian charges Shatter pretty slowly in the start of the fight, so that's going to be a while until the end of the fight.
Mm.
So it's more likely that. Okay, never mind. He's charging it pretty quickly, but that's because they hard engage almost instantly.
Yeah, he
Um,
like Timo gets the bit onto the bridge.
Yeah. And maybe float. And I just say that because most. Well,
Z3 in chat, who's from the Afterlife Discord. I'm pretty sure he played for them. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I actually can't remember what your actual position was. Z3. He's saying spawn advantage wins you the fight here. I'll switch to Zen Anna. Thoughts? I'm guessing he means on the side of 30 minutes late. Spawn advantage wins you the fight. I'll just swap to Zen Anna. They boost you here for purely BM purposes, I think.
let's go, dude.
Let's go, dude.
Spawn advantage doesn't really matter beyond. Well, so it does matter, but it's if they're still holding this corner regardless, then because the transition from the hold further up is pretty poor because you have the bridge which is exposed. But there's no reason to play any different comp than you would normally based off spawn advantage.
Yeah.
Your goal is still to win the fight, and that this corner isn't any different. I mean, the corner behind it is awkward because you've got the stairs, but you still play it same as you would anyway.
Right. So he swapped to the Doomfist again now.
Is my mic any better now?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's
Yeah, apparently me switching accounts somehow works, but
Pog
Pog.
Are you back? Are you still in the call? They go to Macrina. Are you still in the thing, Super? The
yeah, I'm in the call. I'm in the call.
the watch together room, so you can see what's going
I
on.
am watching. I just had to
Alright.
tap out mount. I'm back in.
Thoughts on the McCree switch then?
Obviously there's the stun. You can get the stun try and left click, rush it down quite quickly, and cover that with the headshot headshot. That could be potentially dangerous. Don't really like it though.
And I don't like most of these switches. I think if you've got the Farah so uncontested already, I don't think there's a reason to.
You're just making yourself more vulnerable.
Yeah, it's like you've got. It switches the comp's purpose entirely to rush, whereas they have the advantage in rush because they're playing goats, which
Yeah.
is the best comp for rush. Aside
Because obviously, you
from
want if you're not going to beat them in the rush advantage or just mirror them, you're going to want to at
Yeah.
least have a really good range, like Farah, Hanzo, like which is why triple to quad DPS is quite powerful because against goats because it's lots and lots of DPS a long range.
It's split as
Yeah.
well, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you can't sort of. I guess you can almost rush
Well, I
down
mean,
one
that's
person,
really
but
good.
Yeah, the
Well,
problem
you
is
don't either.
quad to 3 DPS would not really work as well on third because it's like there's very little high ground.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
don't touch,
mean-
so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, true. But obviously they.
Well, quad and triple DPS can work without high ground. I think the main thing is.
yeah, it's just much harder to work with.
Yeah, I think the main thing is you just want to make sure you have open space and longer angles, because but the thing is at the same time it's still counterable by just playing floats, because as soon as you counter engage, or if you engage first, then it kind of falls apart because the entire purpose of the comp
Yeah,
is
you
to
basically just need to
be
take your
pushing forward.
take as far as a distance, and you kind of hope your hammer can stall for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like Hammond doesn't do well as soon as people start moving forward. The enemies start moving forward.
We saw this from
He
Chengdu.
can knock them back, but he's gonna get stunned by Brig most likely.
Yeah,
He's gonna
like-
get-
Teams have just
Yeah,
started playing.
a whole lot of things happen.
Teams have just
Yeah.
started playing like
Oh,
Zen
Dominant Twitter
goats.
went a Zenana comp.
Yeah,
Ah, so that's quite interesting.
Oh.
yeah. They played
Oh, I like-
Bridless. They played Bridless goats. Yeah.
Well, I like this in that it's a weird comp that also happens to have been played at some point. And be-
Also having actually they might actually be a good swap based on what they've seen Afterlife running so far, because Afterlife, I don't think they've actually run a diva this entire time. I might be wrong.
They played Diva on dive first point. Well, they
Oh,
played
yeah.
they played Control Center Zarya, and they've been playing Zarya so far. Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't had a diva, so
They had
and without diva,
yeah.
you can't matrix Ana shots.
They had the Diva in quad tank, and also it's the anti. We saw this from Samfran in the Overwatch League. They just put Architect on the high ground and let him hit a 5-man anti, and they just like
Yeah.
snowballed off that basically. So
3MS are holding way too far back. They've literally just given up.
Yeah,
the
they've
first
just given
high
up the first corner.
yeah, I'm pretty
They've given
sure
up the fire.
Recon gets
So many
EMP'd
high
here.
grounds.
Yeah, look at how late the pause comes in though.
And pause. Oh no, tech issues.
Yeah, they don't have pause. They don't have pause
Oh,
on
really?
disconnect. Recon just gets EMP'd.
How long does this pause last? Can we just quickly skip past it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's an interlude to continue thoughts about both comps while we do it. Go for
Oh,
it.
okay, I suppose we'll just
I
do that.
mean, so I think what you're generally running the Ana for instead of the Brig is just so that you can bully the enemy Rhine. So normally I'd say it's a pretty good counter swap against standard Sombra Ana Goat, because you can just bully the Rhine because they don't have a diva to prevent shield break, and you can sustain your Rhine at the choke, keep him going for as long as you need him to, and then based on that you can just engage on him later in the fight, and it doesn't really matter if your divas and it means your diva can play further back so she's not getting farmed by Sombra. But in the end it doesn't really matter if she gets hacked as much, because your main focus is on the main Rhine versus Rhine matchup.
Z3 in the chat.
Another little thing is, maybe it's also a kind of anticipation that the enemy team are going to be running a Pharah, because
Probably.
obviously Ana is a hit scan when she's got the scan mode on. And
Yeah, maybe.
like Ana damage does a surprising amount of damage, especially when let's say there was a Discord on the Pharah.
A Discord it does 100, doesn't it? It'll do 100 easy. 'Cause it's
I think
75.
it's a bit more. I think
It's
135.
70 a shot, isn't it?
Yes, it's 135.
Yeah. Also, Z3 in the chat saying, yeah,
But no,
30 minutes.
105.
Saying 30 minutes, play like actual pussies, which is true. They took way too much poke on Lijiang, and it basically lost them the game on Gardens. Like, they played against Farah Hanzo. They played Farah Hanzo dive on a first point Gardens, and it basically just lost them it because
Oh, here we
the
go.
tanks from 30 minutes just didn't want to engage. Yeah, so he gets back now.
Let's see. Is team going to go for a bit of a one clip? Or something?
Oh, they just need to run through this. It's like
Yeah, they just need to run into
why
them, don't
why
they?
have they've
Why? Just play the corners, goddammit.
yeah, they've given up the first entire sightline. It's
The thing is, like,
not even first one.
And they just
the
gave up.
second.
And they just gave up the corner.
yeah, they are anti
Yeah.
as well.
They
Um,
just gave up the corner. Okay.
And it's just
oh,
their
no,
own defense.
they're holding this. they're holding this side.
They are.
They've just given it. They've just given it up, and they've given up an entire team fight.
Yeah.
Basically.
Better team would punish that, obviously. But a
Well, I
better,
mean, it is
a
being
better team
punished.
wouldn't hold there. Which, yeah,
It's-
now.
It
I mean,
is
there's
being
still
punished,
another
but
person
it's
they can
like
hold, but it's not as good as, or it's slightly less obvious than the corner there.
Yeah. So they have
and
team.
it doesn't really matter in the short term. I mean, so high ground is an issue because the attackers can hold that.
They found the sombrero.
But it's more an issue for the long term game.
Also, I might be wrong, but I don't think Shrek has been contested yet. I might be wrong.
No,
Uh,
he's been pretty much uncontested there.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think he was even attempted to go.
He's been very free.
I don't think you need to be contesting
don't
it.
even
I think
necessarily
you
need
mainly need to just focus the Rhine. Yeah.
EMP comes in. EMP shatter. Good chance though.
That is very awkward.
And
That's a lot
Dex
of
is
ult.
having living the Rhine life right now.
That's a lot of ultimates. Oh boy.
Dex got was
Did Dex
so
just try and charge while he was anti and 100 health?
I'm not sure. Did he? Let's rewind this,
Probably.
G.
Yeah,
This
that
is
definitely looked
Diamond-
like he was. Look at this.
This
look
is
at
Diamond
He charges.
Tomatoes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he dropped his shield. That definitely looks like he charged.
Well, he dropped
He charged.
shield,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He charged. He
charged. He charged.
that.
Alright, okay. Let's go back before this fight
To be
begins.
fair, the Rhine play from either side hasn't been great.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah,
kind
the
of.
Rhine, he was like, he charged the Lucio.
I think Dex is falling into the common. I don't know. It's like
Just
the-
press Q5
the bad
head.
Rhine play of Goats is just trying to carry way too much.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's run this back. If you're the side of 30 minutes late with basically 6 up, what do you want to do here? If you're 30 minutes late, what ults do you want to use and how do you want to use them?
I'd just say try and win with just with Grav. You can probably just do that. And then you start
yeah,
to cycle the rest of your ults.
Go for it.
Grav
So
bomb
you
combo.
can, yeah, and I think you can. So you probably want to use Grav offensively early, because that way
Wait,
they
can
have
we
less.
rewind that? I just want to see what if Zen needed to use his ult there.
Who, what?
I just want to see if Zen necessarily needed to use his ult. Let's see this. Yeah, he did not need to use his ult there.
Yeah.
I think he. Do they do it to keep trying to keep that
double
short?
support ults, I'm.
Yeah, they
immediately
overlap
left
support
back
ults.
30 minutes later has been lost.
Yeah, they overlap support
Yeah.
ults. I'm down for reviewing your Titans game after this because I want to see some clean goats. Like, it's giving me like
you
goat
shouldn't
aids.
be. You shouldn't be transing shatters at all.
You should be
really.
beating shatters, right?
But they did
Yeah,
use
beat shatter,
but like,
trans,
I
Grav.
think he just like panics. He thought the
Yeah,
charges
I
would
think
hit
he
him.
did. Yeah. Also, I think he got caught in the dragon. Did he trance, or does he trance
No,
through
he
the
was-
dragon?
He definitely was still. He definitely still had some shields that were wearing off, so he was fine. I don't think even if the
And
dragon
he's
was after
all
him,
the
he was
way in
fine.
the open there. He's so distanced from cover. He shouldn't
Go
be
back again.
like.
Yeah, he tries to
So-
body block the pin from CA.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's just him trying to go for a 900 IQ play when it's not really going to amount to
Yeah.
anything.
To do
But
anything.
Dex
Yeah.
just the suicides.
Yeah, that's a diamond main tank. So that's Bumper without the support of two of the best supports in the league, basically. Like, this is actually Bumper on his day off when he on solo queue ladder without Slime and Twilight to hard
Bumper
pocket him.
just does some of the weirdest and yet amusing stuff. I
It
love
worked
him.
though. Like, what's the XQC quote on
It-
Fate?
it-
He played
it
like
works. It
No,
works
he
provided.
just does some dumb shit. Like I remember seeing this clip of him just charging off the edge, even though
Oh
we're
my
Oh,
defending.
he tries to.
No, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't.
Yeah, he
his fault.
slides off the
Slime,
wall.
Slime
Oh, okay.
speed boost. No,
Okay.
Slime speed boosted him off the edge. He
That
was
makes
going.
Bumper with brain
no,
damage.
No, he was going for a shatter charge. No,
Yeah.
sorry, no. He was going for an edge charge.
Yeah, he
on
was.
on the
mini
Baby
Diva,
Diva.
which
And he-
wasn't really
Slime-
needed anyway.
Slime. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it would have worked for the stagger, but Slime speed boosted
Wait, how
him,
did wait, no,
so
actually,
he
no,
went
wait.
too far.
Can somebody bring up the clip? Because clip in
Um,
question, if they know where to find it.
1 second, I'll get it.
Get it and link me, and I'll put it up on the stream.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because I don't know. The way I remembered it was they won the team fight. He wanted and he was gonna try to stagger the diva, or not stagger the diva, just meme on the diva. I think because he was literally charging off the edge.
No, he wanted to basically pin her, like,
yeah,
because
he just wanted to do an edge charge.
yeah, basically to just try and like
And
stall
then-
it out.
And then it went
Now,
poorly.
wouldn't the opposite be true if it like gone to the edge and then charged her back? That would be the stagger, right?
No, he was trying to charge it, so he charges, and then like when the charge interrupts, she gets flung off the edge that way.
No, but that wouldn't really stagger though. Like,
Yeah, I
obviously
know,
it would
but
take longer to
it
get that
was
from
taking time, wasn't it? I think I don't know.
I mean,
Honestly, I don't.
like.
Bumper was just memeing and
I
then
don't
he
want
got
to.
punished.
Yeah, I don't want to question Bumper. Like, oh.
Don't question our Lord and Savior Bumper.
I-
Was it against Shock or?
No,
I
it
mean,
was. It was against.
Sandfan, I think. Maybe wrong.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Was it?
Was
it not against Paris? Was it not against
So I think
Paris?
No, Paris game was.
Also, I love how we've just given up trying to review this. We're not
Nah,
just going
we've-
out to Bumper.
No, we've got
I
sidetracked.
have to see this.
We
Oh
will-
yeah, I remember this because they went for a really weird like
We'll run this part.
hang on. They went for
Sorry, chat.
Bumper went for an awkward kind of
It's a good chat from C, to be fair. Lots up their own.
like hiding play. So yeah, so he did that, and now
This is quite hard to review because it's very stuffed and it's sort of like very just teams running into each other and everything.
okay, yeah, this is it. Okay.
Link me this in, I'll throw it up on the stream.
Okay, 12-10, or 12-15.
Put it in the group DM, and then I've just had someone join my
Go
stream.
to 12-15.
Oh, they fucking yeeted, for fuck's sake. Fucking someone joins my team server and then leaves immediately. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
I love how you joined Smile as a social media guy, and then like literally 5 hours later you just leave.
Yeah, I was like, nah, fuck this actually. I joined the server and it's just
That
like,
was hilarious.
nah, I can't be arsed because I forgot there were dickheads in
Toxic
there.
some of them can be.
I couldn't be arsed with it. Like,
It was really only effect.
I got added from Effect. I was like, nah, fuck this. I don't even
Like,
play
I
Xbox
don't
anymore.
know what his problem was. He really shouldn't have been like that.
His problem is that he's a prick. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that.
where are we going?
12-15.
12:15.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. I'm always one to enjoy it.
So I'm watching it on stream.
So let's just watch. I'm gonna watch a watch together.
Okay, but look at Slime. Look at Slime. Okay.
Well, he's already done it. It's already been happened. There we go.
Nah, it hasn't happened yet.
Wait,
No,
wait, wait,
12:15.
I'll-
12:15. Here we go.
Okay,
Johnny kills it's John.
yeah, okay, so go back.
No shatter needed.
Okay, cool. This is it.
Wait, is this a watch together? Am I wrong? It's not.
No, this is on the stream.
Okay, 12:15.
You split it behind.
Okay, so watch Slime.
Oh, this already happened.
You might have to, you might have to open my stream for this one. Sorry, Super.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just give you that.
But did you
Oh, no,
see
it's
Slime's speed
I'll
boost?
just put all my tabs aside. I'm dumb.
But just like
You might need to open my stream for this one. Yeah.
But so look how fast Slime, how fast Bumper moves in comparison to normal charge speed.
Yeah. God, he goes so fast.
He goes super fast. Like,
Yeah. He gets sped boost
so
basically.
initial, then speed boost. So can you see how Slime was on speed?
Yeah.
Normally, that is the perfect setup position for an edge charge.
Mm.
But
Just a speed
I
boost.
I mean, he was memeing. There's no real way around it. He was memeing. And he
Yeah,
did.
but like, it's also
Should he
low-key
be-
viable
Yeah.
because it's stalling a lot of
I
time
think
out.
it's a meme. I think
I mean,
like
it's not stalling time out because the Diva's death actually comes earlier.
Mm.
yeah.
Right. Anyway,
But yeah. So
shit.
Well,
Back onto it.
back onto it.
No, this isn't. Yeah, this is it. I think. Someone pausing this.
Oh
not.
no.
Super, are you pausing this, lad? What are you doing, fam?
Okay, I have some serious problems right now. Oh wait, no man.
Medal ult. Anyway, let's get back to it. So Blair finds Recon was actually a really good pick, so I'm pretty sure 30 minutes just win this fight instantly. He shatters a shield, which sometimes it'd be like that.
This is what they should have been doing this entire time.
Mm.
It's like Recon is so exposed on Farah. He has no support from basically anyone. His only support is from the tank
He gets bubble from
line.
Zarya for barrage, and that's
Oh,
basically it.
can we put the stream volume down because I can barely hear it over you guys. Wait, no, I can barely hear you guys over the stream.
I've
Stre-
turned the
stream volume. What do you mean,
volume
like?
up. You can just mute the stream. Then
Okay, yeah, Jesus Christ, no, something's happened. I'm literally healing Overwatch League right now. What the hell is happening?
That's you. That's not me.
My
I've got one tab
computer's
open.
actually glitching, goddammit.
Alright, a lol.
okay.
Anyway, Rip Halsey fixes this. We'll
Okay,
carry on
there
to
we go.
review. So they hit a fat anti actually. Wolf got an anti to end the fight. So they committed Grav. Definitely Grav that fight. Let's have a look. Of course they Grav. They trance it as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do.
So this is super good. Does Dex turn around for that? If he like, doesn't really matter if he does, but he shouldn't be standing in the open here. He should be pushing off the further corner.
Yeah, he should be.
Why is the Diva so far back?
She makes a really good play on the Pharah though.
Then Diva should really be contesting high ground here,
Yep.
focusing Diana because Diana was way overextended, and with the Discord.
Like, look where Wolf is. Like, Wolf is so free on top of this thing here. He's dropped onto payload.
Yeah, this like.
But doesn't matter.
Diva should have been
Right,
contesting
I
that the
finally
entire
actually
time.
joined the stream again.
Hey,
But yeah.
are you watching? Are you watching this through the stream?
No, I meant the watch together.
Alright, good. Fucking A, man. Yeah, just mute the watch
Sorry.
together.
Technical issues.
Yeah. Scuffed stream, okay?
Happens to the best of us.
Actually, let me just quickly, for the case of the stream, Cake and Super, don't like introduce yourselves. I've got it on VOD. I should have done this sooner, but I dragged you both in. So, Cake, go first. Just don't introduce yourself as actually who you are and why you're on. Just they don't know, no one knows who you are. So.
I'm Cake. I'm a strategy coach. I've been in around like high tier 4-ish teams for a few months now. I previously coached console.
Console.
Let's go.
Well, you were too 5-head for console, to be honest.
Sorry?
You were too 5-head for console. Like
Yeah, I'm like.
you were like the
we
cluster of
don't-
console.
We
You were
don't
the
talk about my console days.
you were the cluster of console, to be honest. Like you were just too 5-head for people.
No, literally, you told a team to run goats, and literally everybody was doing your ass. Even I, for a moment, was kind of like, yeah. I think at this point they're just like they're not even trying to stop.
As I say, we don't talk about my console days.
We don't talk about.
Same to be honest.
Yeah. So we go again. We just
Anyway,
We
yeah.
go
So you're
again.
what LFT strategy coach? Super, introduce yourself. C9, by the way.
I am Super Scott. I am the assistant coach for HSL Academy, or HSL.
That attendees,
Not the exact branding for the moment.
that
so
contendees team, yeah.
it's one of the two.
One of
I
the
am
two.
also the head coach for Smile whenever I get some free time, who is one of the
Console.
top console teams.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how I know these guys.
that's about it.
I've crossed paths with them on thing as an Xbox player.
Oh, yeah.
So
I am also an ex-teammate of Josh's.
yeah. You were on Smile Blue for like 5 seconds, then Hambo. You were like, it's either me or Fallen. You're like, Fallen is a feeder, so it's either me or Fallen. Then Hambo went, yeah, Fallen's 3.9k, so I'm gonna choose him. Which I don't blame the lad, but you know,
Yeah.
Fallen is a hard feeder anyway.
F. In
That's-
chat.
Alright, on the stream, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So you said so. 30 MS running standard. Well, no, they're not running.
They ran the Analyst.
Okay. Was this the same bottle? Wait,
No,
what?
this is
Wait, did you restart from the start of the round again? Or wait, I'm confused.
yeah, I did. Oof. It's fine. We're Gucci.
Okay.
We're fine.
We're absolutely fine here, chat.
Alright, here we go.
So they're just running somewhere on attack. I'm pretty sure this is where we left off.
Yeah. I think that's rough about it.
Anyway, let's just.
It doesn't really matter. If anything, all we miss is probably Dex feeding.
Oof. He's a main tank, leave him alone. That's what main tanks do.
I'm
Anyway.
sorry, I can't play it.
Cons. So,
My brother.
while we're in transition phase, I'll throw out the opinion. I was speaking to a few GM players. To be fair, I actually formed the opinion myself. It was
That's a weird personal bubble.
I've yoinked the opinion that very much that Sombra Goats is what teams play if they can't run goats properly, because Sombra Goats doesn't count as goats, it only counts as bad goats. What do we think?
Sombra Goats is hard cheese.
It seems hard cheesy, like.
Well, so Zen
It's also
Zen...
quite good against comps that aren't goats, whereas regular goats might struggle against it because. Though again,
yes, but floats is
it
better.
all depends.
Floats is better. It's harder to run though.
Especially on the Diva, it's not
Imp.
necessarily very good against. Yeah, it actually might be considered more of a downgrade, which I tend to agree with.
Really good play from pause to dodge the EMP and beat it though. Like
the reason why Sombra Goats and floats are better is that you can be offensive with them, and the issue with goats has always been that people go offensive on you and then you get destroyed because you can't counter engage.
That reminds me, there's this one, I can't remember the Defiant game that happened quite recently, and they just kept on sending the Sombra up to deal with the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Like just EMPing, hacking the pharmacy. And it didn't also help that the Ana just landed insane sleeps on the fire as well, so...
That's Neko though for you.
Yeah, that's Neko.
That's just
the thing is, it looks much more consistent than normally a cheese comp would. Because you've got EMP, and if you start snowballing with that...
Yeah,
if you start cycling EMP and snowballing with that...
That's the thing.
Then it's going to look like, oh my god, this comp is so good, they're absolutely destroying with it, but in actual fact it's like, no, this could have been fixed from the very start had the team
it's out of control now,
properly, avoided...
Wait, so has Kate gone to a point where he's, instead of calling the Diamond team trash, he's now calling every Overwatch League team trash?
I mean, some of the Overwatch League teams are actually shockingly bad at goats. They're shocking at goats.
Well, I mean,
it was terrible.
I'm gonna remain silent on that issue.
So
I'm not going to say that Overwatch League, that Valiant is absolute garbage and that like tier 3 teams could do better.
No.
Because obviously Houston is a good
Sombra Goats.
team. They are good at
Sombra
doing what
they
do,
got it.
and so it's
They got
going
it
to be a
Sombra
lot
Goats.
harder to counter it. But I do think that had they gone through proper preparation, especially when Houston are running Zen instead of Ana, their Rhine should really be just getting abused because they can't. They're entirely offensive and reliant on hacking Diva, getting an early hack on Rhine or Diva.
On a side note, I just like to. I heard this on a coach's stream. I can't remember who it was, but apparently when Houston run a Reaper Goats comp, they hadn't actually theory crafted it.
They just ran it.
Okay, that's a good thing because otherwise their coaches should be fired.
It's Tyrone though, isn't it? Like, come on, brother.
Yeah, which is super weird because you should be theory crafting these comps and finding out why the enemy team rolled you with.
I don't blame you.
This comp seemed pretty good when we scrimmed against them. I guess we're just gonna play it 5 heads.
It takes you 30 seconds of theory crafting as a coach to figure out that it's not a good idea.
And you've got all day, like when you've got a coach in office, you kind of got all day. It's not like you've got an entire day to. You've got like an entire day to. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got a dedicated
Afterlife just win in the back.
Why are they not why you should have a write up on every comp, like that's tier 3 and tier 4 teams have that. Like
Tyrone tweeted though, didn't he?
League.
Like Tyrone tweeted out though, didn't it? Like he tweeted out like I think it was last week or somewhere like significantly into the stage. Wow, goats is so complex. I didn't realise it could be this complex. And I'm come on, brother. To be fair, he is Korean.
But
If
I saw that, I'd literally just be screaming at a screen. Wait, what did you think it was going to be?
Like, this is the thing, like, Koreans, bar Titans and Nixel just haven't figured out goats yet. Like, Koreans and goats is pineapple and pizza, dude.
Vancouver as well, I'd say they've also got fairly good grasp.
I said Titans, dude. They are the Titans.
This is what's happening to, same with NA. It's that EU's been mostly goats mirror this entire time. So it's much better to practice goat mirror. but if you're playing like NA has always been, they've
Mm.
been very focused on ghost counters, and like Overwatch League is generally right now, although to less of an extent. If you're playing against ghost counters the entire time, your ghost mode is going to be much worse.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to practice. If in scrims you're only playing against ghost counters, then it's not going to be easy to practice ghost mode, and so you're going to be much worse, and you're not going to see anywhere near the type of development that's happened in EU, where teams are very good
Just goats.
at the very
24/7.
small. Yeah, they're goes 24/7. And so
With
they
the
managed to
exception of
evolve.
no
it.
UTP, the ultimate fuck you to any meta.
We don't talk about that team, please.
You know, I'm
Dave.
pretty sure they rebranded Clockwork or something.
Yeah, they did.
It's gonna be annoying. There's literally just preparing against them is just like
Not aware of the
slamming
team.
your head against a keyboard. It's like, how was they making this work?
Not aware.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, so NOS did a load of theory crafting to beat them, but I'm glad they beat them because
Yeah, if they
At least-
won,
at least
EU
it shows that
Division,
they're
I would just be like, what the fuck?
and they would have got destroyed in, or hopefully they would.
Yeah,
have
they would have.
got
They would have been
destroyed
destroyed in
in those
contenders. No, not contenders
Um,
trials. I think we can all safely agree with that.
Aye. I'm down to review some good goats now, because this game was, actually just to be fair, it was one-sided, we're not even talking about it. I kind of just want to craft Overwatch League now, as much as I wanted to review this, but like, this last map on Horizon is a slap. Like, Afterlife spent 2 minutes in space for the only other reason that they wanted to play in space. They wanted to take first point after going
They
through
wanted
space.
to play in
Like,
space
they-
because it's very bumpy.
Like that's the only reason they went space, because they wanted to go space. So I'm kind of, I'm kind of like, yeah, I actually don't watch some Overwatch League
Please tell me
VODs.
they got pooped off.
No,
It's always-
because they were
it's
they were
always funny when
regrouping.
teams get
Right,
pooped off,
let's go and watch
when they're in
Paris
space.
Titans and see where went wrong.
Okay.
Because this is some really fucking clean goats. Let me put this in the watch together actually, 'cause I've just realised I've just watched together.
Let's do this.
I'll put it in chat. Let me set up another room.
Also, was that you or Arrows who just, Cake or Arrows who just, why do I keep saying Arrows? Cake or,
It's fine, it's
Have you
forced
seen
to
our
habit.
infomercial?
somebody left the room.
I left the room.
Alright.
Browser extension required. I'm just going to install the extension so we can watch this.
Okay.
Add to Chrome. Podu.
And you want to do visor, that way we can draw on it.
Yeah, give me the link to Visor then.
Uh,
Do we have to set up? Do we have to watch it in Visor, or do we not need to watch
Um,
together?
you probably do, but it's like
I do not have visor.
No, I don't have Visor either.
My
You don't-
shit.
I have visor.
I don't.
It's like,
if-
but you can draw on it, so
Ah.
it's awesome.
Do you want to get up Visor then, and then we can do it that way? Let me just change the stream title.
Yeah.
Because I want to review Paris versus Titans.
No, I think I want to do it as well. That'd be pretty good.
Watch some actual good goats play from Titans.
Good
But yeah,
goats.
Z3 in the chat was saying like to look at some of the
Actually,
bottom
what
teams
was
that
the
are
score? I think it was
mixed.
like 3-1. Might be wrong.
Yes, no, it was 4-0.
So okay. So twitch.tv/Overwatch League, and
Are you going to get a runaway lead VOD? We could just do that then, I'll just put it on a watch together, but if you want to do it on Visor, reviewing
I think it's probably easier on visor because then we can also
Reviewing Runaway versus
Titans versus
Runaway
Paris.
versus Titans.
So let me just throw out some thoughts on Paris as an EU resident while we get the stream up, so we're not like just
With
waiting around for
scuffed
shit to
coaches.
happen. Yeah.
let's go, dude.
Oh yeah. Let me put Let me actually edit this as well.
With washed up and unscuffed coaches. There we go. That's the
Let's
perfect.
go. Perfect. Whoa. Wait, where is the
There we go.
Paris Titans one? Was that last night or?
Yes.
It was last night. So I've just been scrolling for ages trying to find it, and it's should be
Super
at the
feeder. Nah, I'll just stay super.
Wait, why is it not? Wait, so was that the last game last night or?
It was last week's game, I think. Titans.
Oh, it was last week. Okay, that makes more sense.
It was no wait, it was when Dallas played Shanghai for the. It was Nix. It was the same
For
map.
the
It was
first
same day as Nixel shot. Stage 1, week 4, day 2. So that's basically yesterday.
Stage one.
Not
Stage
yesterday,
one.
the day before. So it was Friday's games.
stage 1.
Oh yeah, I need to make an account. Fun.
Making a visor account.
Wait,
Dance
do
game.
you?
Nope, I don't have one.
Why are you not already? How
'Cause
are
I'm
you
dumb.
not already
Tier
using
3
visor?
coach, not on visor, by the
Tier
way.
3 coach, by the way.
Okay, Jesus.
I have a visor account, luckily.
Boom,
Here we are.
boom.
Are we in, boys?
I think we're in.
Just give me a moment, stop being bigger.
Let me mute VOD and put quality up for chat. I'm gonna go onto full screen. Quality.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I can't. You've got to click on the flag to get control. Alright, I'll leave that to you then. Stream's up though, it's on stream. We'll just post on the Sombra.
720p, okay.
Anyway, back to thoughts on Paris. I actually really like the Paris coaching staff. Their players, I think.
Oh no, I've heard a lot of really good things about their head coach.
Oh, Saito. Is
Yeah.
it Saito?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saito's like
Is
Saito's
he still
brain.
in Finland?
Yeah, he is. He's remote coaching, but Saito's brain is massive. Like the EU coaches are like perfect for goats, but the problem is like Cruz is a feeder. Unfortunately, Dogman was right.
Nah, he does well. It's just
He's a bit too aggro. But the thing
He's
is,
a
like
bit
the
aggro.
players for goats from EU, like I don't think the players are mechanically good enough to actually just compete in the Overwatch League in general. As much as I love the team, like. Even still, like, yes, they rolled London, and yes, they rolled... Who else did they roll? They beat Gladiator as well, but that was without Decay, I think.
Is that all?
Yeah, they
I
have
don't
2
know.
wins. They have 2 wins against...
2 wins, okay. That's
Against a
actually-
terrible London's team. They've only played 4 games, to be fair.
I'm watching it now. I'm in.
So, Titans in general, I think Ben Best is actually like a C- tier main tank. He's actually dodge shit. Finzy's a really good diva, and he hard carried the fuck out of this game, but like, Soon's a bot on Zarya. Hip's really good. Cruz was terrible. Nico's bridge is really good. So the bright spots are Finzy, Nico, and Hip, the 3 Frenchy boys. Everyone else, the other 3 were kind of dead weight.
Yeah. So I haven't actually even seen this match, or at least I've only seen like a few clips because I've just been busy.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're going in blind. So
yeah.
this will be fun.
The
Okay.
map set,
All I
heavily
know is it's
Dotes
really
favoured.
misleading.
Heavily Dotes favoured map set.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of expect to see a bit of float on Ilios.
Ilios. Yeah, they come out with a bunch of comps.
Or, I mean, so Orisa has been played a bit, although personally I think float is still better.
Yeah.
I mean, the rollout, potentially, you might want to run Orisa.
Decay is very overrated, thank you. Decay is massively overrated. Like, pause it a quick second.
Okay.
I know it's not related, but I want to make a point about Decay, because I was watching this live against the London game. Look at how Decay plays when he's on, like, low energy, he's under 40 energy. He's actually so trash. Like, his Zarya, when he's below 40 energy, or below, I think even below 60...
Wait, we're talking about LA Gladiators now.
Yes, Decay. We're just talking about Decay quickly, because Z3 said in chat Decay is overrated, and I was like, I agree. So anyway, like, if you look at the shit Zaryas in the league, they just play bad in general, but Decay is like, he plays so terribly. He plays like just above Corey level of Zarya, and just above Soon level Zarya, and obviously he was better than... He's not better than Prof on Zarya, because Profit's more consistent, and his brain is bigger.
Yeah.
But like in general, Decay on lower energy plays like such a fucking bot, dude. But like when he's on high energy, he actually plays it really well. Because then he's like a lot smarter with bubbles, and he gets away with taking more aggressive plays because he's on energy, for example. Like
Actually,
he can.
I suppose while we're on the topic of just Overwatch teams, who do you think's gonna make stage playoffs? Let's just get some predictions out here.
Excellent Titans.
Yeah, other than excellent Titans. come
London,
on.
London, because they have 2 games against Seoul and Shanghai, so London are making
Actually,
it.
let me just bring up the score. 'cause
London-
I don't think
London
Dallas
are
can make
making
this, 'cause I don't think they
I'm
have
gonna go.
enough,
I'm gonna go Spark.
No, Spark have been eliminated already, dude.
Oh, Guangzhou.
Do you mean the Charge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Charge make it?
No, I think they're 3 right now, so they can't. They literally can't.
God damn it.
Scuffed streamer.
But let's see. I don't think Dallas have a high. I think actually no, Defiant. I think Defiant might.
Oh, Defiant!
actually
Oh,
do it.
Defiant will. They've got 4 wins already. Defiant are in, definitely.
No, so does Dallas, but I just don't think they've.
Philly will get in, which is bad because they've been terrible. But
Yeah, they've just been kind of mediocre.
they've been
Ah,
they're,
I'm
mon-
getting
they're,
a little
they're
bit
monkey goats.
every Philly fan for saying they're overrated.
Philly's monkey goats have been really good. I think Atlanta still make it.
Yeah.
Philly make it. Atlanta make it. Let me pull it. Let me pull it up on stream.
I'm
Overwatch
I'm
League.
pulling it up on my own screen right now.
Yeah. Standings.
So Current win.
before we
Okay,
do.
so Grind Charge can only get in if some of the 4-2 teams or 3-2 teams end up dropping, or they all drop. Like 2 of them need to drop a map, or else they can't get in.
So the top 3 are basically all confirmed in. Like Defiant are definitely in, Titans are in, Nitzel are in. All the teams on 4 wins are most likely in. London, I think, should get in.
Not necessarily, actually. Not necessarily. Because 3-2, 4-2.
Oh,
Actually,
3-3,
Atlanta, Rain
3-3.
Rain and London have a bigger chance, actually.
Is anyone on 3-2 right now?
Atlanta, Rain and London Spitfire.
Right, okay. So no one else outside of playoffs. So
Yeah,
all these
so
guys
they
have
a
one
really
game
good chance.
left.
If they win the next 2 maps, they are guaranteed in.
Yeah.
If Dallas Fuel, Dallas Fuel basically need to guarantee a 4-0 to have a decent chance, because they've only got a +1 map diff.
Not gonna lie, I think honestly this just stays as it is, which is really shit. But just gonna get Titan Spitfire in the first round.
I don't think. Actually, I don't. Wait. I think Atlanta Rain should be able to get in because they have a really high map diff. And who are they playing? They're playing San Fran. Okay.
Yeah.
Predictions for that game?
I
no,
think
that's
San.
Paris Eternal. I'm dumb.
I think. All right, Atlanta. What? San Fran play Paris. I don't think. I don't think Paris.
Paris
I
are
don't.
out, I believe. Yeah.
They're 2-2. I think Paris could make it. You know. I think they could drop out like
So,
Guangzhou, for example.
Rain, they are playing Atlanta Rain. They're playing LA Gladi. Oh wait, no, that's stage. Why is it not updated? Weird.
Anyway, honest, not gonna lie, I think obviously the top 3 are in easily. They're basically like the top 3 are basically confirmed already.
They're playing Houston Outlaws, so yeah, I give them a W.
Like London get in, I think possibly even as the 4 seed because they should beat Shanghai and Seoul. Honestly. 0-7 by the way.
Wait, Atlanta got 4-0'd by Gladiators? Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, they
That was
Decay
weird.
actually. I say like the problem was like LAG actually hard inted that game, but like Atlanta just played so much worse. Like the difference between Atlanta's play versus Paris and LAG was so fucking abysmal.
They're playing
like,
Shenzhen Hunters. Shenzhen Hunters might be able to pull something out their ass because they can be very interesting to watch.
Maybe,
yeah.
but
So I'll give them the dark horse. Houston Outlaws. I don't care if there's any Houston Outlaws on the fans. They're a crap team.
no, then
Any team that doesn't
Outlaws aren't
really
making
crack
playoffs.
the comp before using it, I refuse to support.
Outlaws aren't. What's their last game? What's Outlaws' last game?
Against Atlanta Rain.
Yeah, they aren't making playoffs. No, Atlanta
There's
should win that.
literally no way.
If Atlanta are
They're
legit,
trash team.
there's obviously no Atlanta fans in chat, but maybe if your team's legit, you have to beat Houston.
That's right, chat. I'm just gonna call yes. Chat, who do you want to get in? Just.
I think there's like 1 person in chat, maybe even none. But anyway, it says live. I have 2 viewers, and I have the stream
I'm
open
one of those
myself.
on my screen it says live 4. I mean, I'm one of them.
Pod you.
Yeah, it says 4 for me.
I did
Not
tweet
one
out that
as
I'm
well.
live. I should probably change the tweet that I'm.
I am live with 2 small brain coaches. There you go.
Wow.
Hey, I'm honest about myself.
No, I'm big brain. What do you mean? Plug in my Twitter.
Okay, so
Reviewing Titan versus Black. Let's actually get onto this Paris match now.
Yeah, let's just start doing this.
We'll do comps,
Nick,
then we'll
I
do.
think You're the one in control.
yeah. Yeah, so do you want to talk about these comps or?
Yes.
Comps.
Standard
bunker.
bunker. Standard bunker.
Range.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, so these are both just roll-up comps.
Paris
So
have.
they're going
Yeah,
to
that's what.
switch.
Paris have. Funnily enough, Paris did.
Whoever loses will switch on
Paris.
to goats or
Paris
frogs.
did this against. I think it was London, where they basically tried to bait them. So they went out and swapped to a counter to this comp, and then Paris just went back and switched to goats. So the whole point of this from Paris, I think, is to bait Titans into playing dive or floats, and they go back and swap to Rhine goats.
Well, I mean, the point of this is to win. It's like
Well, yeah.
this comp is just good against on the roll-up is then you don't get blocked off at the initial choke because the point is so open. And so
Also,
you-
another thing of
it is
note
well.
is the fact that they have a brick instead of a Hanzo, because I remember when it officially started they were running Hanzo a lot more, but I think
Yeah.
this is more just in anticipation of the goat's counter,
Yeah.
so they're kind of going off, well, if we win this fight, then we'll be in a better position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Haxor can definitely run Hanzo. Like, it's not. There's no
I-
reason. Obviously, Nico's a
Yeah.
better brig, but
Because if they were to
Hacksaw
roll
could.
out Hanzo, they'd have superior range. However,
Yeah.
obviously with the Brigade, if you
Shield
do
break
get
as
into a
well.
roll position, you're going to have that big little advantage. So I don't know. I haven't actually seen any games,
Like-
many games with the bunker comp anyway.
Hanzo
So
gives.
maybe it's kind of turned into more of kind of run at them. I've
Maybe.
seen it, so I
But,
don't
like,
know.
The difference is like with the brig, you want to get past the shield, whereas the Hanzo, you want to break
Yeah.
the shield. Like you just want to commit storm arrows into busting the shield basically as fast as possible, and
Yeah.
melting
Like,
down
the-
tanks.
Obviously,
Competition
a
more
good thing to
optimised,
be
I
like
think.
looking for is how they're coordinating Discord with the McCree. So
Yeah.
if they're like Heb is discording, then Soon's immediately turning and firing at that person, or if he's just going to be doing what some Zens do, which is just rapidly discording.
Yeah.
Or just to be focusing on whoever it's going to be.
Anyway, let's roll out and see. Let's go.
So
So, Brigitte McCree, pretty popular
initially
combination.
so both teams taking the initial space outside, and so I think if they knew what each other
They're rotating
what they were
away.
running,
Yeah, this is good
They
rotation
have
from
bad- they have bad shield
Titans.
position. I don't.
no, so notice they're playing the Lucio because they want to play in close range
Mm.
instead of
Wait,
Ben
you
Best
guys
it.
rewind that?
Ben Best gets really low. How does Ben Best get that low? Ooh.
Did Ben Best drop a shield? Can you just quickly rewind?
No, it got broken. Rewind it.
Oh, it just
take-
yeah, it's just getting shattered immediately. That's good, folks. Sorry.
Yeah. Go back all the way. Go back to where Bumper gets. Ben Best gets
Yeah, so
chunked.
about here.
Sorry.
That shield should be more angled anyway. They should.
Yeah, this is a really good rotation though, and obviously they
Yeah,
don't
'cause
have.
if you see, well, that's not an angled shield. Will just run past that because then we got 8
and
seconds.
so yeah, they just want to engage in close range and
No, they just
They'll
get
be
round
right here.
shield.
because
Well,
they've got the brig and
Titans.
they've got the crew.
Right now.
Shield's gone already.
Ben Best went really low. They didn't like rush and engage.
That's a Twilight Orb volley, I think.
Yeah,
like
Bumper
a
got lower than he
couple of-
probably should have.
A couple of Somensu left clicks. Shield low again. Pull out. Obviously, there's no.
That felt like the follow-up was very slow. At times.
And then so Ben Best turned around so that he wouldn't get a headshot when his shield was down.
What's the point of the Diva here, as opposed to the Hod?
Diva can soak, spam, and
Yeah.
deal damage, and she can also contest strong hand.
Mm.
Hog is like just spam, and so you can't actually keep people alive, so it's much more offensive.
Mm.
But it's less. It works a lot worse in the engage. It's like you want someone to actually support your DPS in the engage. You don't want to be entirely focused around setup, because otherwise you just as soon as you might have the best setup, but then as soon as you actually engage, you don't have the ability to kill them.
Barrier comes out. They counter beat. I think they go-
Respect, so I've no
They
context
overlap.
what's been
They
happening.
overlap support ult to Paris here, but they win the fight. So
Paris, yeah, they just.
they
had
used
to
both
engage.
ults. They used all 3 defensive ults and High Noon this
With
fight.
Bumper dead, there
They're
should
go-
be
they're
no
going
way
to
back
switch
to
off
win
this.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Bumper goes up to Winston here, I believe. Yeah. So basically, what happens
Yeah.
here is, I'll spoiler
But
alert.
now they're on super.
Bumper goes Winston, feeds his brain out, and somehow everyone on Paris kills everyone because of the space that Bumper's created by feeding. This is watch how it goes out. Bumper jumps in, dies immediately, and then everyone else on Paris dies. Watch.
Let's do this.
Ready, 3, 2, 1,
Yeah,
go.
He does not. No, I've actually seen this.
Bumper's dead?
Before. It did not look that good. He looked very uncomfortable at times.
Bumper's
Like, he
dead,
just dived
and
there was, like,
then
no follow-up,
there you go.
and I don't
Soon
know if it's
goes.
miscommunications or just
Ben Best Bondo goes.
no, it's like, is nobody just following up, or is he just playing badly? What's
Yeah, but like it's just classic Titans playstyle. Like Bumper just jumps
yeah,
in,
Titans
dies,
just win because.
and then Titans, and then like everyone else on Runaway, like on Titans, just cleans up.
Someone sort of has a dead eye. So that could
Yeah.
be-
Use it for shield break. Like they've gone out and swapped to floats here. Thoughts on the comps
Yeah.
again? Like McCree,
Well,
McCree
so-
floats
So,
versus.
so now
This is
you're
just
playing
protecting
around.
McCree, and as soon as one of the enemy tanks makes like dives, a Bumper attempts to feed, they'll just immediately speed onto him, flashbang, break stun, Discord, you'll get beaten the shit.
Delete him. Just delete him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Paris can't
1 second
beat
stream.
Vancouver because Paris can actually stay. Ben Best can actually stay alive because he's got Soon bubbles provided Soon doesn't feed on Zaya. And so because of that, you've got a better setup. Vancouver will be forced back, and then that's how they're gonna win. Way Vancouver win is if they just go straight up all the way in on this choke. Although that's gonna be hard because it's such a small choke. so they're probably going to bait them into the main point, I expect, but even then, Paris still have the advantage. Okay, so it looks like they're going main, so you've got Tank setting up there, he's taking the further angle up, but he's going to lose out, so he's going to get forced back with. They have Bubble, Sumonsu and Haxel, both back here, spamming from this sight line, and so Suna's going to be able to help push him back, but hopefully, so Janu's probably going to try and push forward here, and then that way they're going to try and just control this choke, although right now honestly it's probably too late. Yeah, so you see him get pushed back.
Yeah.
Diva, Finzi uses bomb to split because the points are open.
He goes for a bit.
forces them back, and so now Paris have kind of already won this.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
they've closed the distance, and there comes much better at rolling than Paris is also.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
mean,
not Paris, it's
Nico
Vancouver.
is lower than he should be. Yeah, I would say Nico is lower than he should be right now.
Yeah.
Cruz is
Yeah, so Sovic
wherever
needs to
Cruz
switch
is,
now as well.
Cruz is doing Cruz things.
Yeah, and so he's probably gonna, Sumonsu is gonna try and back off, get a wider angle. Yeah, so he's gonna rotate round the other side.
They knocked down Hatzol.
Yeah, high noon.
Good eat from Finzi.
But it
don't
gets
think-
nothing.
Yeah, it got me.
And so now you see, as soon as they engage on them, they've immediately lost because you need to be the
And there's
one
like
offensively
ridiculously
engaging.
low.
They just have more HP and damage. Like they go back and swap to Zarya here. I think Paris
Yeah,
take this point actually, but I'll see.
So
Just checking, Paris went through Lighthouse? Or,
Yes.
No, not Lighthouse, Windmill.
No, they went on the left. They went through the health pad room. Windmill's on the right. They went through the left room.
what windmills on the windmills here?
Yeah, they went through the other one. They went through the room on the right.
Did they?
It was
As
their
in, go
left.
back, go back?
Yeah, they went through the
Different.
room on the left. Or did they? Or did they go through Windmill?
No, I thought
They
they
went through
Windmill.
Windmill.
I was going to comment on the fact that that's quite smart because obviously it means that someone so can't click heads.
Ah. Oh yeah, they did go through Windmill to force them back. Okay. Yeah, they did. They went through Windmill. Oh.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
they did go through
they-
Windmill.
And then they like rotated
Go back
it.
a bit further. I'm pretty sure that does just checking.
Because then they rotate all the way around to the other room.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they go through. Wait, no. No, let's see the outlines. Then just a bit forward. Wait, no, not forward, not display. Display. See this from here. Dot. Yeah, they do go through Windmill. They go through
Yeah.
Windmill. Yeah, so that's quite good because it closes the distance, means that someone so can't click heads, etc.
This is just a good eat from Finzi. Then they all fucking trance on him. Like I don't think Hip needs trance
Yeah.
here, but you never know. Johnny bombs this to try and
Yeah,
clutch
it's
it.
curious to find one.
But
Yeah.
obviously, like Johnny knows that there's no like Drelf, so he just tries to yeet bomb out just to try and save it potentially.
Actually, did Twilight use his ult there? Go back.
Yeah, he did.
Alright.
He trances
Oh,
now.
that's when he ult. I'm wondering if
He-
that.
He counter trances the Hip. He
Right.
counter trances Hip, which is bad because he should know the
They
fight's
should
lost.
have known it was lost.
But
I
this
don't
is,
think they should
like,
really be committing resources.
It's
into the fight.
Titans though, and they never know when a
Yeah.
fight's lost.
I mean, using like expecting to win a fight when you're playing McCree like that, and when you've already lost, like as soon as you lose this first area,
Yeah.
then you've lost.
It's kind of GG unless something insane happens.
Yeah, like this is too small for you to ever like this sightline is so exposed.
Mm.
You're dead. Like there's no chance.
Mm.
If you're playing McCree. If you're playing Zaya, it would be different. So they should have just instantly swapped over to Zaya.
Yeah. Good
Um,
bubble.
Nico
Bubble.
dropped
Bubble.
incredibly low there.
Yeah.
So here's kind of interesting because Ben Best, well, so Soon is playing way further forward than he probably should be. Soon
Yeah.
should be back here.
Yeah, and the
Because
Lucio is
there's no
even with him.
reason.
So if they decide to, I think Bumper is looking at him quite like his next meal.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
got him there.
It's like so Ben Best can get out.
I'm just looking
Soon
at Bumper,
can't
and
get
he's just like staring right as soon as like, oh, that's
Free.
something I can kill.
Free real estate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, Bumper's Discord, so that's a good job by
Yeah.
Hip.
Discord.
He gets him as he jumps across, because Bumper bridge jumps before this. That's why he's waiting
so
there
that's
for the
gonna
cooldown.
intercept soon. I expect Slime, if he has ample price, start to use it.
Yeah, so Slime's gonna
Yep, I think
so
I'm
Cruz
there.
Cruz beats immediately. Bembest gets
I
primal.
saw us beating Cruz.
Is
So
this?
he baited that because Bembest was getting so low.
Yeah.
So Cruz had to beat, but
And then he just fucks
they-
off.
Yeah, and so they can actually get that kill. But
And he tries to knock Hip off here.
and
It
so
fails.
now the main fight is kind of just further back here.
Mm.
He's just creating space further up.
Exactly.
So
He's doing bump
Finzu's
things.
kind of most
Mm.
exposed. So ultimately, I think
Who's that on the right side in the health pack? Do you see the outline?
That is.
That, yeah. Who is that? Is that
that
Jo-
is Haxel.
Is
That's
that Sim and
Haxel.
Sue? Is that Hatsal?
That's Haxel.
Mm.
Um,
I was wondering. Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
the peak on to give him armor packs,
Axel
that's why.
Lucio.
so Bumper's getting lower than he probably should be, and
Oh, yeah, Soon's all. I only just noticed that.
Mm.
yeah,
What happened there?
Rewind. Soon just yeets this, I think. Soon just yeets. Oh no, he tries to solo drive Hatsal. Look, he tries to solo drive Hatsal. He tries to solo. He tries to solo drive Hatsal, and Janu yoinks it. Yeah.
Oh god, can we just see that again? That was really good.
Yeah, but it's also like a hard punish. Like, there's no reason for
I
Soon
know.
to solo drive
You
Hatsal
shouldn't
here,
have
like
used
at
it. I
all.
think maybe it was just because like, oh, the Diva won't be in range, but it's Jay Janu, you shouldn't underestimate him.
Yoink.
Just no, the best part is he immediately reacts to how that's insane reactions.
He just knows where he's gonna grab though. But also, yeah, it's a really dumb grab from Hatsal. From Soon, sorry. There's no reason to solo drive Hatsal there at all. Like,
Yeah.
Bridges are the worst one to solo. And then
so now
And, Bumper
this is
Titans aren't scared, so they just beat and hold
this
W.
is kind of just a standard float hard engage.
Yeah.
They've got the Zarya,
now-
they've used beats. They don't, unless Paris like decide to commit all, which I don't think they will.
Oh, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've burned through. So both sides have used
Beat.
their ultimates.
Yeah.
I would just stall
Um,
to 80,
so-
like
so-
90%
so-
of the situation. That's just.
So you
Okay,
can,
that's
you can get kills, but the thing that's happening here is now Paris are grouped,
Yeah.
and if these Paris are grouped,
So much
none of
cleave.
them can support each other if they get engaged on. Unlike earlier, when Bumper dived Bedbest.
Yeah.
Earlier, Bedbest was able to get support from his team, both because they adults and because Bedbest was split. Here, they're just diving a single unit, and so none of them can actually get out, and so that's how. And so you see this in every floats versus floats
Mm.
in matchup, because normally, if anyone's split, then they should be getting the support than they need. Otherwise, it's just unless it's just a really poor position.
Mm.
But so now, now Paris are playing in like the best position they can really, but they're as a unit, and so their strongest target is still gonna get dived and killed.
They just
Right,
like Titans just turn on the afterburners here. Like, they beat and just hold W. Like, they use basically every single cooldown into this clump of players. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Soman Su's ult percentage goes up really fast here. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Alright, let's just play it.
Yeah,
It's pretty obvious what's about to happen.
they just run them over.
Hib just.
Hip
gets
dies,
die
Soon
out,
dies,
get
Nitro dies,
out.
Bumper dies
Bumper
as usual.
dies, which is
They sh-
unfortunate, but it doesn't really.
They got it
matter.
to 80.
I
so
think-
they're one. So Paris just needs one fight.
Bumper
Just one
died.
fight.
Bumper
It's
died
just
about.
one fight. What's the worst that can
I think
happen?
Bumper died 7 times this map.
Not surprising.
He died quite a lot, but that's what he does.
Yeah.
So now Vancouver switch over to.
Rango's. Okay, that's interesting. He's gonna get knocked off the map, isn't he?
I don't think
Yeah.
he does. Because
I
he
mean,
plays
so-
in. He plays in.
Because
Win.
like obviously in the matchup between Foes and Goats, Goats is favoured, but
Yeah.
on maps where there is a kind of a hole. Yeah.
Well, so this is a much more open map, so I'm not. The thing is, you see this a fair bit on Control.
Yeah.
Near the end of the map, they'll switch off. I think the reason for this is because they just want to. They don't want to
Or it could just be a personal preference from Bumper.
Yeah, it might be.
There could always be.
Maybe to try and build up Shatter, because obviously they know that there's a free Shatter.
There's 2 fights and the ring floats. Like realistically,
There's
when you're
no-
trying to engage with.
'Cause, I mean, they know that Sominsu has Grav, so they Bumper could maybe swing into it, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably just going to Grav bomb it, because Janu has bomb as well. Unless Janu yeets bomb here. Then Best goes in, Finzi eats his Grav,
So-
3, 2, 1.
Now, so the issue here is, so Paris are pushing in,
Yeah.
and they're playing float, which means that they have a massive advantage in the engagement. So, unless Vancouver can re-engage
no.
with
Oh, it did get
Grav,
eaten. Okay.
I thought it did, to be
yeah,
fair.
They're all about to get wiped.
Yep. And they
Well,
just get wiped.
And
Hip
Bumper
just
shatter. No surprises there.
Hip pops trance immediately and just nopes the fuck out.
yeah.
And this is basically last wipe.
So there you go, Bumper built Shatter in about 1 fight.
They are nowhere close to Grav, so I don't think they'll be able to build up
No.
unless Soon does some really good things. Cruz can maybe build up his ult. Ben Best has his ult, Finzi has his ult.
So,
Look at
It
look
all
at the difference.
depends if Bumper can get a shatter.
Look at the difference between Cruz and
Oh,
Slime.
look, Bumper just got bullied. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
it did. Well, like Cruz is like so far off high on the walls, where Slime just plays like next to Janu and Hatsal like all the time. They trans this from Twilight, which is actually decent, but they just
Cruz
like
is 85 on us. Oh, they're about, Barris is about to have double support.
oh, Slime.
Soon nearly has Grav. Okay.
Ben Best gets Hatsal.
Yeah, so this should be Paris's game. Or map, rather.
so okay, so Sominsu gets low, he doesn't get killed.
Nice Grav.
Finzi
dies to Janu.
Finzi eats Sominsu's Grav, but I don't know why he eats it out. Just last fight.
Janu gets moved across the wall.
Yeah.
Now,
No, see what.
press ticket.
You'll
So,
probably be able to touch. I think Slime can touch.
Johnny can touch with Diva Bomb.
I don't like this.
No, Janet's dead. It's gonna be.
Yeah, but he can touch
I
with
don't,
Diva
I
Bomb.
don't I don't like playing Ryan into floats when you don't have
Point control.
Grav.
Yeet.
Oh look, yeah,
And
exactly. Just
you
go
don't
group
have point
together.
control.
Yeah. So's about to have a very bad time.
Yeah, obviously he used
I
Grav
think
last
he
time,
has-
but
he has
Oh,
personal
what?
now.
Slime.
Oh,
Slime gets hip. Slime hard
Did they win
carry.
this? I have not seen this. I don't know. Did they win this? They win.
Oh
this.
yeah, they do.
Oh god, they actually win this.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Maybe.
God.
Oh. I forget.
And it's 99. There should be no way Paris come back from this.
No, they do win this.
Cruz is a feeder. Cruz is a feeder.
Crude is
Slime goes massive there, actually. Like,
You had the main tank advantage immediately. Just take a
Slime
moment to
does
stabilize
Slime does
them,
slam
They could have
things.
destabilized.
Like, Slime does slime things there.
Yeah.
Bumper's actually just turning his monitor on so he can play properly. No, they swap this off. They don't play Simgo, so they've learnt their lesson.
Yeah, don't worry, I don't.
I think
Yeah.
Bumper expected a round switch from Paris. Yeah, maybe Z3. Maybe.
I feel like
No, but why would they switch to Ryan? I don't.
I don't like.
Ow, I'm
Maybe
not
they've
no.
done that previously?
I think Paris. Okay, Paris. Ben Best is definitely more of a Ryan player than a Monkey player.
Yeah, I think it's probably just because they know each other are gonna go Rhine.
Do you think he was trying to bait the Ryan switch anyway? Do you think he was trying to?
I'm curious. Had Paris? No, because I remember Paris in the. Wait, I think I did the Atlanta game. I might be wrong, but they definitely still a monkey. So.
Like Ben Best is definitely a
don't
better
know.
Ryan player than he is a
I
Winston
expect
player.
this Pretty-
Yeah, I'd say both Ryans are kind of similar. I do not trust Bumper's monkey. I think
Yeah.
he kind of feeds at times.
But like,
He does.
And I think it's probably just a lack of
And not
confidence in
pushing the ball
floats
cap is
because. So float is such a different playstyle from goat
yeah,
that
it's much harder.
Like,
It's much
can't
harder as
really
well.
take a goat
Which
team
actually,
and
I'm
expect them
going to be kind of
really good.
concerned as the meta develops. Because
Why?
Bumper was on Runaway in Contender Season 1, right?
Yep. 2 on 3.
And
Well, not
two.
3, 2, but it was on 2 as well, where they won.
That was more of a monkey meta at the time.
True.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Bumper's Winston isn't bad, like by all means.
It's not bad. I mean, it's over its level, but it's just. I think that might be a bit of a problem down the line.
yeah.
But
Because
Bumper was shot.
his Ryan is good. I think we can definitely all agree it's top tier, if not one of the best.
Yeah.
If not the best.
Bumper's
Yeah.
Ryan's just
Because
Chad level.
low-key, from what I've seen, because I remember just watching one of the games, and on Dorado he just solo dives their backline. I think it's like and against a triple DPS comes.
Yeah,
What are you
Floor.
doing, mate?
Floor, welcome to the stream, Floor.
But yeah, I think Bumper's Winston does need to be developed.
This is a good rotation from Titans, actually. Johnny Shepard's
Let's
in
do
there.
this. Let's do this. Wait, what's Nico doing? What the hell's Nico doing?
Feeding? Lol. They knock him down.
Wait,
Bumper
wait,
dies first, but
Yes?
so Twilight
Rewind
Trance is
that.
Twilight.
I want to see why.
Yeah, rewind that. Flip it back. Take
It's
so
rewind time, everybody.
rewind. Da. So rewind. No, Twilight. Sorry,
It's
for fuck's sake.
rewind
For fuck's
time.
sake.
Okay, listen.
Twilight
So-
Trance is to save Bumper.
So going
So,
through.
yeah, Nico just. What is Nico doing?
He's just trying to play corner, and then I think he gets caught out. Just Slime doesn't boop him. Just
I don't think you should have done that. Even.
they get lucky here because Ben Best shits the
Actually,
bed
I'm
and
curious
dies.
do you think there's actually? See, I think that's just really weird. I think. I don't know. Rewind again. Well, maybe there's something I'm not seeing.
Any thoughts, Kate?
I think this is just the feed.
I think it just is a feed.
It's just team mess. Like he
He gets caught on the rotation. Like he just doesn't know what to
he
do.
wants to. Okay.
Does he want to?
wants
Does he?
I don't know that's everything.
Does he want to boot Bumper off?
Yeah, he wants to boot Bumper off and
To
give
knock him
an
in.
easy shot.
Yeah,
Hey.
nah, but I'd say just let Cruz do that.
It's a cheese play.
Welcome to the stream,
It's a
Taljard.
cheese play.
Yo yo.
It's just pure cheese gone wrong. It's like
Yeah.
it looks like it's a set play, but it's probably just a bad one, or like
Post get really lucky here as well, actually. Just like they kill they get Bumper, but like they get Ben Best in return immediately.
Soon dies. That's it over.
Yeah.
it's like one of the it's like one of those times when players just go in the middle of the game. Hey, what if I tried to do this?
Yeah.
And then
The thing is for Titans, like they're actually perfectly happy to trade Reinhardt because they have a better everyone else. They have and even then they have a better Reinhardt, but they have much better Zarya and a Diva. So like if they get Soman Su on high charge and they trade Ryan's,
Janu is just.
I mean Soman Su's like baller. This is
If you've been playing, all I'm saying is if you've been playing Overwatch
Rewind
Fantasy League on Winston's Lab, you know how.
trailing main heal on Leo Aurora, by the way. Oh, Podders.
okay, this
Welcome to the stream.
That's a very good ult. It forces them to
That-
and then they just.
well, so it's a good ult, but it's like Bembus shouldn't really be getting caught by that in a map.
Yeah,
This-
Ben Best. That was
too much
questionable.
cover.
Wait, actually, did he use it as soon as Bubbles used? Can we just rewind again? Oh, he was stunned. That's what he happened. He was stunned by Hawksall. That was the play.
Where's Haxel?
Yeah, no, he was definitely stunned by Hawksall.
Haxel's on statue. Haxel's on
One
statue.
stunned.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's an issue. Soon should not be that far up.
Soon shouldn't have bubbled immediately. He was way too early on the bubble.
Like
He should know that
everyone
Hawksall will
here
be
should
immediately like,
be-
oh, time to shield bash him because I'm a brig and I enjoy cheesy strats.
everyone
That's just-
here
that's-
should be with Ryan. Like this is just
Nico shouldn't
No.
have let that happen. Hawksall should have been punished.
yeah. I mean,
Or at the very least, he shouldn't have been allowed to get that close.
so the rest of the team were just overextending there. Then Bumper dies. So then Haxel dies. Okay. This is weird. And like, so this play from Cruz is, it's like, you need your Ryan to be in front of you. Like, you can't take space as Lucio, you are not a tank. It's like, yeah, so. Okay, so this map, they roll out a float. Float versus Goat is kind of, I don't know. Is everyone still here?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's Super John?
So they just want to abuse this first roll up because they don't really want to run floats this entire time because of how the map's kind of structured. But in this initial area which is so open, then they want to play floats because then they can put the monkey down and have their team on high ground just spamming. They don't lose out.
As I need to play to help my prince or something. Be right back.
Okay. So now they're just waiting for point to cap, and now Paris will be waiting. Bumper shouldn't be this low. Bumper really shouldn't be this low. This is a misplay.
Alright, back. What I was literally gone for like the last 5 minutes. So what's that?
So Vancouver running floats. Meanwhile, Paris running.
I think Paris should be able to take this.
I'd say I think. Well, considering Bumper's HP right now,
Yeah.
I think they.
Well, actually, no. It doesn't really matter because can you just rewind that? I just want to see how this has gone so far. I want to see how Bumper's played.
Yeah, I mean, I just think if you've got him this low this early, then they can't really properly engage.
No, because realistically, Paris are always going to get control point first. That's always going to happen. But it just all depends like how Bumper plays. Like if you can divert attention, and then someone can get a nice little assassinate hip or etc. Then who knows?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be a well. So Paris will probably be able to cap because they're not fighting on point here, on the main pillar here, and so then. But at this point is quite open.
If I'm right, I'm pretty sure Twilight just pops hip it and it's like fight over. But I
Wait,
might
so
be
what
wrong.
actually happened with Bumper? What like can you just rewind? Did he like just do a direct dive? Or?
He got no. He didn't do a dive. He
Yeah,
just
so they just got.
he just
They
stayed
just
here. He
kept
got
going with
stunned
no
by
real
hype.
test.
So neither team is capped just yet. So now you've got.
They sent 2 on point though.
Oh, I quite like what I think. I
Cruise and
think going
Pidgey.
forward, I think what Paris are trying to do is because they don't want to get boxed up in points. They're trying to like play around the pillar now. So the backline's basically forced to back up because like, no, we can't take this fight.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're trying to force them back.
Bumper moving this far, he should have been supported earlier down here.
Yeah.
Because
No, but I
he
think
didn't
that
have
as
an
soon as you
angle
get into this like close engage, and then if Paris move here, you're not going to in any way win that fight. So I think at this point, Bumper will probably be going to switch off the run because
Well, I
Paris are
mean,
playing this
I think
really well.
considering the multiple entries
Yeah.
for them, so they can you can win this in floats.
You can win
And
this, but Ryan goes
this does get won fairly consistently in floats. It's just the reason why Goat is mainly played is because you've got the corners round.
Yeah.
But Paris are playing this really well because because they know that if they just stay on point, they're going Paris like Vancouver are just gonna like kind of just poke around, try and divert attention. Then eventually they're probably gonna be a mistake made. Paris, what if they just put Fancy on point and have them be up there? The backline needs to move around because they're threatened, so they need to back the hell up.
I mean, okay, so Bumper should be. So he's further up.
They're going point now. Let's
Probably
see
gets
this.
bubbled, but we've got a thing in the way. So
Yeah, and Haxel just needs to run. Because they're threatened.
Haxel
They're
takes
putting
the
pressure.
bubble there. Yeah, and he yeets off. Johnny gets.
Yeah.
where even if Bumper here?
He's
Ah,
back.
he's-
He's back behind the over there. And so can I quickly show you? I'll just.
He's back.
Yeah, you take control.
He's back right. He's
He's over. Wait, what the hell? How do I use this?
Take control. Click the flag.
Good. Cool. So Bumper's over here.
Yeah, there he is. He's round that. He's round this corner
Just
here.
Get control back. Just get control back. I'll just.
Bumper is
Sorry.
Bumper
Bumper's
is
over there.
here. Right, there you go.
Just erase that nice little diagram. Nice little drawing.
Then yeah. So he shouldn't be here. He should have engaged as they push through here. Because then they're in the open. They've got no
Wait,
cover.
actually, I don't think Bumper
Bembus
had
has
his
died.
jump online.
No,
think he
I
just
didn't. He used it to.
out.
I think he used it to fuck
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
So that was just an error carried forward.
Yeah.
So his team should have dropped down earlier, helped him on point, and then that way they forced Paris down. Then as Paris pushed through, then his team should have been pushing in from multiple angles, diving here. This was just like just mostly his team's fault, but he should have also not been this far forward.
Oh no, definitely.
And
yeah,
now they,
Bump. Oh, wait, he's at 1 health. 12.
yeah.
And a
So
dream.
now-
And a dream.
Why are you not feeding now? Why
And
are
a
you not
dream.
feeding?
And a dream.
Cruz, start feeding.
Just feed forehead.
Cruz, he's won. Why are you not feeding?
Why are you not feeding? You was 1 health. You could have done something.
Yeah, and so
Anyway.
Go
now,
back. I think
Now-
you actually could have fragged him.
Yeah, he
yeah,
definitely could have
well,
done.
I mean, so now you've got this main choke,
Anyway,
and
Do you
so
think his
Paris,
team?
Paris
Do you
can
think
submit
Dogman's
this,
just
so
got in
you
his
won.
head now? He's just too afraid.
no, probably not. But doesn't no need to overextend there.
Yeah.
So they've gone
Uh,
Ryan because they know, especially with the way Paris are playing.
Look at where Cruz is though. Cruz is in the back there. Twilight's stunned.
Oh, Cruz.
Cruz dead Sominsu. He kills 2 though. He dead to the boop on Sominsu.
That okay? So, did they do a replay on this? I want to see this.
I don't think they did.
No, let's just see this again because I wasn't paying much attention to Cruz.
Watch him. He goes fucking skating off. He's like, just look up
Is he
and you will
doing
see
the-
Cruz.
oh, I
Look
see,
at him.
he's
There
just
he
doing
is.
the usual
He's on the
leadership position. Oh, see so. Oh.
Yeet.
In fairness, I don't think so should have been going along coast. He should have kind of.
No one should be going along coast when a Lucio is in the game.
Yeah, that's
Like,
very dumb. You don't go coast there.
Yeah,
He's
so
just going back to taxi. Best.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Here's
he-
the replay.
Okay.
because it-
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeah.
He gets on Twilight here.
Cruz.
That's the Crucio.
Mad like Cruz.
Grav Diva Bomb. Ben Best
Yeah.
goes for the charge, I think, or does he go? Yeah.
Oh, but he
Ben
fucked
He
up.
goes for the
Fins
charge.
Finzy whiffs bomb though.
That's
Trance is being
that
popped.
shouldn't be
It was
happening,
popped.
go back.
Hard sort
What
that.
was, let's
This-
see this angle.
This fight's a
Where is he
fucking.
through from?
What goes on here apart from everyone pressing Q?
Okay. So actually, Paris have all the ults.
Grav comes in. He whiffs bomb.
They've used 4 ults, and Vancouver have only used 2.
One of them's the rally. So it's like
Yeah.
Right.
not even
And
that important.
now-
Rally
I
doesn't
think
matter.
Paris
Rally is just a
massively
mirror.
extended their ult economy there.
Yeah, rally. They just mirror rally, don't they?
I think
But-
Vancouver should be able to win the next fight. If they don't win, then they're throwing.
Johnny goes to touch there. It's 99.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Finzy.
Actually, no, Paris can win this. Paris could definitely win this.
This is the thing as well. Like Finzy does so well to eat, but they beat,
Oh,
and
that's
then
that's a 2-man slam. Okay,
So-
when Oniku's got out.
this is a good bomb.
Health
Cruz.
bars,
He gets
oh,
Cruz.
Bomber's really low. Bomber's gone really low. Okay, that's Paris have advantage here.
Let me go back a bit. How do I rewind on this thing?
Never mind, Sue just died. Oh my god, they just fucked up the massive advantage they had.
Press A.
Paris. Why?
Rewind 20 seconds. Watch, I've got flag. So, pencil. So watch. So Johnny touches. They go in. Finzy eats the Grav. He goes in. They attach the bumper on the throat. Look at this bomb from Johnny. This bomb is right here. It's actually so clutch. Because he gets
Wait,
Cruz.
did Cruz just accept his fate?
Yeah, he did. He touches him out. Look at Johnny the entire time. Let me just rewind.
I mean, I thought he could have at least tried or something. Like maybe Bubble or something. Wait, was Bubble been available? I didn't see that. Bubble. Okay, Cruz is at 4 right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Does Bubble? No, he's unbubbled. Bubble's still out. Bubble's still out. Bubble's still out.
No, he uses
Use
bubble
the
on
bubble
Ben
on
Best.
Ben-
Use the
yeah,
bubble
use
on Ben
bubble.
Best. So he ints both bubbles
I mean,
here.
Cruz could have still tried.
No, he gives up. And then Ben Best gets the charge on Slime. Ben Best is still up though, and like
Ben Best just
they get sued in the back here.
Ben Best just gets. He can't do it. I think he needs to back up. They should have won that. They should
Yeah.
have just stabilized for a
Like-
moment there.
Finzy does so well to eat the Grav, but like it's just no. Look at Sobensu's charge as well. Like he's done 73 already, and then obviously they have Twilight up here.
So now, Bumper should probably be pushing a bit further,
You're
but I
still
think
right.
he's
Cruz is a feeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, that wasn't his fault. Johnny gets a really clutch bomb there. It's kind of lucky, but I think it's
bumper hold, bumper hold, bumper hold, bumper hold.
Speed
Now-
on.
Okay.
Okay, they've got the bomb combo online. And he
Nico
whiffs the
should
bomb.
be getting killed, and then they just mess up.
they
grab.
just all die.
Okay, ult economy
yeah,
is now...
wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
okay, they're kind of even right now.
Do you want to go back to review this?
Actually,
Replay, here we
okay,
go.
Barrett should be able to win the next fight as long as they don't whiff ults. They should be fine.
Look, so the bomb comes through and it's just
He just gives it.
highs. He just gives
Yeah,
it
I don't think he should have. But
he waves. He gives it a good crossfade before he dives.
And if you ever think it's
I
like
suppose respect for Cruz for going out like a man. Okay.
Bumper's playing around this
Replay,
here. There he is.
J-Jan was only on one on Vancouver side with an ult, or that's rather close to an ult. So, and however, Parasitol, they're very close to double support ult. They have slam.
Yes.
And I suspect Nico, because it's Brig, will be able to break the ult. So Parasitol, they should be heavily favoured going to the next fight.
But
Heavily favoured. So they should be able to win this, as long as they don't.
what do they win off? They only have Shatter to actually win the fight off.
No, because they're definitely gonna have double support ult, and I think Nico should be able to build this ult. And they went for an early fight win. Okay, yeah.
Twilight gets Nico. It's a good Shatter. It locks up Bumper and
No,
Bumper
but they
dies,
missed
but
stance,
yeah,
and Nico
exactly.
didn't. That's lost.
Finzi should be
And
getting
Now someone so
hard destroyed. Okay.
76.
Okay.
So they burn Trance. They burn Trance actually.
Finzi didn't
Yeah,
get punished.
okay, I'm calling it. Paris are gonna choke and lose.
Finzi should have got punished way earlier.
Mm.
He got way too much value. Janu should have been.
Wait, why did he hit
On.
use ult? I just noticed.
I don't know actually.
He should not hold it.
Why does Hip Trance this?
Misclick?
No, I think it's to let soon carry or to try and because I know Twilight's
No,
dead
I
or
wouldn't even really. I wouldn't have.
I
I'd
have no
never
idea why he
really done
trances
that,
this.
for fuck's sake.
I'm not calling it a bad trance, but it is in hindsight. But I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what the goal of that trance is. If you get what I mean, I don't know what he's trying to go for there.
Yeah, actually, go back. I just want to see if they had any major HP advantage. Maybe there was something like that. Nope, they are very high health.
Oh, this is no. This is after trances. 20 seconds.
Even then, okay, let's see this. Bumper dies. Huxels have.
So let's
Maybe
look at the
second
moment
level?
he trances. Let's look at the fight the moment he trances. So Ben Best is
Well,
fucking dead. Nito's fucking
Vince-
dead.
Vince is
Ninso is out of mech. Bumper is dead. So it's 5 on this side versus basically 3. So it's a 3 versus 5. And Hip trances
3v5,
this.
and they don't have that big of an HP
Does he?
advantage.
If he trances in the
And
next
well,
second,
actually-
if he trances in the next second, I'm letting him off.
No, we're not letting him off. We're
No,
not letting
that's a
him off.
shit trance. Okay, feed.
That's a
Okay.
shit chance.
Because he
Okay,
clearly knows the situation. Although saying
Yeah,
that, they
but
do
you're
kill
getting
Bumper.
you're getting thrown in the garbage bin.
I mean, they kill Twilight and Bumper, so it's actually.
Yeah, so it's a 3v4, but Trance isn't going to bring it back.
Just jump
because
off the map,
Trance
stop
is-
feeding so his next grab.
Trance is purely defensive. If anything, by trancing that, you remove your advantage of having Discord.
Which is
so-
look Sominsu has Grav here.
Self-replace that.
Somin
Next
they
fight,
they have beat for the last fight, but it's just Grav Diva Bomb and but look at the
Yeah, they've
ults.
got the deep bomb combo. This is huge.
Look at the ults. Like
The
they
only
won this fight.
reason- The only reason you're trans in that situation is if you're countering an enemy trans.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Which
it's
they obviously
useless
they didn't
because
because they
you
knew
want
Twilight had
you
died.
wanna play it fast.
Finzi gets Sominsu Grav as well. Here's the thing. Hip fucking int trans last fight, but Finzi does so well to fucking delete Sominsu's Grav here. I don't know why.
Wait, this is actually winnable. Holy shit.
Yeah, this was so
Somebody
winnable.
didn't expect that.
This was so winnable for Paris. Finzi gets the
No,
Grav,
actually
which
it
is
winnable. They just
see
killed some-
they get Sominsu first.
Oh, Nico.
Shatter
that's
from
the,
Bumper
that's the
comes
second
in.
time Nico's just died.
Bumper shatters too, I think.
No, Nico. I'm gonna rewatch this game later just to see what Nico's doing because I don't think he is playing very questionably. Because going back to this thing on ruins, he should know to be in there in the first place. It's just,
Where's Nito? Nito's here, so he gets
So
the
he's
kill on
well off.
Sominsu.
I think he tries to overcompensate for his Zen. Go back. Honestly. How is his Zen? Let's see. No, Zen's
He
perfect
goes to
Zen.
push.
Zen's
He goes to
perfect
push Sominsu. Look, he goes to push Sominsu in the back there.
Yeah, okay, push someone to get
Gets-
shattered. Ah, I see.
Dead shattered. So Bumper clutches that with shatter. Then that's what happens.
That's not as bad then. I was kind of just thinking, okay, this is getting a little.
So
bit...
this
Also, on the
is
side note, that's
like this game,
Paris
like this fight was so back and forth. So like Finzi fucking eats Soman Sugrav, and then they get Soman Su.
Finzi's a good. Finzi's a good.
His Steve is really good, and then they
uh,
fucking shatter it, and then it's
Finzy's
and then
super
it's,
is punishable. It's but it's good, but it shouldn't. Really, it should be.
Finzi ate so many ults this game, man. Like
Like-
Finzi did work this game.
Johnny should be on Finzy's like
Alright, let's see
tail
the next map.
every time.
Yeah, if you don't want to take control, hey Kate, go for it.
Okay.
Takes a flag. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's the mattress voice actor, isn't it?
Ah, you don't take it back now.
I mean, someone so should be getting his gravity regardless, but
Let me just skip this.
owned by HP.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go, dude. That's my defined impression.
Let's go, dude. Ah, this is
Let's go, dude. Hey,
Mon-
that's bad. Is that
Manchester.
super? Is that super?
Yeah, it is. But watch this as well. Watch in the background. This is kind of funny. Look, he takes off the mask.
This isn't appearing on my screen. I went wrong. This is on visor. It's not
What?
appearing.
Oh no, I thought he takes off the mask and it's another super mask underneath
Yeah,
it.
mate. Your screen's gone blank on visor.
Has it?
Has it?
Yep.
It hasn't for me.
No, it's not for
It
me.
has actually gone black on visor.
It has for you. Oh my god, lol.
Oh, that's how. Okay, I'm just gonna watch your stream. Oh, it's...
I'm just gonna try and just refresh visor, honestly.
Yeah, I'm refreshing it right now. Don't worry. Then it is still black.
Bit of International Women's Day stuff, which is absolutely fine. I'm just trying to forward this.
I thought you were about to say something that might get you banned on Twitch, my dude.
No, it's absolutely fine.
Oh,
Absolutely fine. Good. Good. As I say, you're bordering stuff that might get you banned on Twitch.
Oh no, they put Shadowburn here and completely in this map. So, funnily enough, Somansu actually finishes with about 53 eliminations to Shadowburn's about... I think Shadowburn gets like 14 or 20. So like, Somansu and Johnny just absolutely fucking crushed this map.
It just isn't
It's
working on
dated
your screen. It's working
Vancouver.
fine on Cake's screen.
Right.
Just... Okay.
So Ben Best is on Monkey here, which really surprises me, but it's Numbani first, so I guess not. Because Ryan on Numbani
Numbani
first
first,
is a...
Monkey is generally one of the main options because it's such a long.
Why can't I
Like,
super start
Feels
control
really
of this
crushed.
now?
Isn't this what? No. Okay, visor's working. It's just the screen's gone black.
I can't get control from super, so we're just gonna have to play this out. So
Yes,
Ben
I'm just-
Ben
I'm
Best is on the
just
Monkey
quickly-
here.
I
Go
can
off
get control.
Visor from, I'm just gonna
I've got control.
Ah, nice.
we'll rejoin. Do this first.
But yeah, so like you've got
Stuff.
such a wide area, and you've also got the fact that this is high ground.
Jesus Christ, it just isn't working. Oh god. Voice and video are now disabled. We recommend using Discord for that.
Oh,
wait,
dude.
it's working. It's working. It's working. It's working.
Hey, he's back. Anyway, so they do low ground here, which is very odd
Low
because
ground. Okay, that's interesting.
they're giving high ground for free,
So
but
now
they're lucky that Ben Best just
they're
drops
open.
on them.
What is Bumper planning?
So Ben
Bumper just
Ben Best
drops on
drops. He should
Ben
be
Best, yeah.
getting doubled already. He shouldn't be this low.
He's gonna get
Uh,
stunned up, I think, as soon as he hits the
should
floor.
be-
Oh, my visor's actually on a delay as well. Oh my god.
Oof, just close everything. Hard refresh.
Visor.
It's fine. We will go on without you. So they get Twilight here, which is actually really pod because Finzi just swoops down. But they're gonna get Cruz, I think. They're gonna trade with Cruz,
That's basically sort of
Yeah.
trade.
and then they just kill 3. This was the same, like I was saying at the time of the game. This is the story of the game. Like they worked so hard to get a first pick, and then 3 of them just die instantly. Like,
It's like their coordination during the engages is non-existent.
mm,
Like initially, that was actually an honestly okay engage, apart from not soon. Shadowburn
not bubbling.
not bubbling
Ben
early
Best.
enough, and Finzi not being in a position to DM.
Yeah.
but then it kind of just fell apart because they were in really awkward positions.
The thing is, there's no damage for Finzi to DM because it's Sominsu and Bumper that chunk Ben best.
Yeah, and honestly, they probably should have dropped down way later. I think dropping down that early just means that they're exposed when they try and push biz. I don't
I'm
think
literally
they
just
had
watching it
the
on the
opportunity
stream.
there.
No,
Aye.
I'm gonna.
So Paris get corner here, like they hold corner, but
It's actually on
Finzi.
such a delay. I'm literally on the point right now. Wait. On your screen is Jay Janu in the mega room.
No,
No.
he is currently next to the
Payload.
corner up
He's next to payload.
Why does Blazer on such a delay?
Rest in peace. So hip. I think Shadowburn's just got his
I'm
ult.
just gonna watch it on your.
Watch it in my
Okay,
stream.
have you
fuck
paused it on your side, or is it literally
I've paused
just...
it.
Yeah, it's paused.
Okay, good. So we're on the streets, right?
Yeah.
456? Okay, I'll just have to watch it like that.
4:56 on the streets. I don't think the stream's that delayed, to be fair. So they
Yeah.
bomb combo, boop up, gets no one to the bubble. Nico pops rally. Shadowburn
Yeah.
grabs. Hagshaw finds Nico.
But then they transit, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Nice
Sominsu's.
attempt, Boop.
Sominsu's on high charge compared to Shadowburn.
Actually,
Then-
Vice, can you try and send another link in the Discord? See, maybe another link might work. I don't know. It's the same one.
No, slightly different.
Let me check my.
Actually, is it good for you? Or?
First by any chance, are you?
Wait, what?
Scuffed. Visor for me is scuffed. I'm literally like well behind you right now.
F. So,
Behind this entire time. Wait, no, it's updated. I'm live.
Woo!
All good.
cool.
404,
So,
43.
Yeah.
um,
So Cruz finds Sominsu here. How?
Bumper's getting so bullied because he was way too far up on the payload.
3 p.m. CT.
Oh yeah, that was just a clean shatter, nothing to do.
Yeah, Bumper should have been further back.
So they
Kinda
hold.
reminds me of
He was on the front of the
Dallas
payload.
Fort, Shanghai game, just the way Gamps was playing. He's like a more scuffed Bumper.
What Gamsu?
Yeah.
Gamsu's Ryan is just not good though.
I didn't. I was watching it. I was watching it.
Like OG's Ryan is just so much better.
Yeah. It just felt weird watching.
It's a questionable bubble from Shadowburn, but I guess he's just getting energy.
No.
But like it's ticked down and decayed, so I guess it's not too bad.
Nice attempted boot by Cruz. Doesn't quite work though.
Oh, yeah, does Janu edge? I feel like Janu edge bombs this. Wait, never mind. Let me see. Watch Janu in the top left. So
Let's see this. Ooh, nice boot by Cruz.
Ooh.
yeah, here we go. He edge bombs this and finds two. Watch.
No,
He actually Reddit bombs. He actually
Oh
Reddit
my
bombs and
God.
kills two. Like fucking Janu, man. My dad Reddit bombed mid game, mid fight. Like he's just up on the high ground farming ult. He Reddit bombs and kills two.
Huh.
Yes, that's how they win that fight. Hopefully they show Johnny's stats here now. No, they just show him meleeing on payload. PodChamp, okay. Thank you.
Let's see.
This is a tough one to analyze.
Look at the way that
That's a hard
just
speed.
ignored the front line and just immediately
God.
rammed into the back line.
Yeah, I think they see that Bubble's down.
Please
Then best.
rewatch that.
but-
I just want to see how they engaged again.
Yeah, take your run control. Need to speed back.
Oh, let's do this. Like, I'm curious, is it like clean? Does everybody get through, or do they lose people in the back?
So I'm guessing they see the early bubble from
So-
Sominsu.
Yeah.
Or do they just
So-
go on it? Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yes,
right,
bubbles.
They just ignore him. I just realized they just ignored him.
So Vancouver try and push that, but
Yeah.
then
Thank God they didn't.
Paris
notice.
immediately
So
just push
exposed.
past. Like,
Twilight got caught in the rotation.
Like-
He did not rotate.
If I can yeet control, I don't know how.
so from there,
Hip goes.
so Janu immediately goes back.
Yeah, yeah.
Why does Haxel die?
Look where Twilight is though. Look where Twilight
I think
was.
he just got. I think he was discorded. Wait, no, he's discorded. No.
Yeah, he's discorded.
That's discorded.
Th-
That's why I think he's.
They don't even. Do they go on Twilight?
Nico
So they
dropped slow again. Jesus.
They weren't close enough to the choke,
Mm.
and they.
Yeah, Twilight just got caught.
But
So
doesn't
he
know.
got-
Twilight doesn't know. He rotates
How's
behind the
best
payload.
engaged by Paris? All props to them.
They get Haxel.
They just punish. Oh my god.
What the fuck's happened?
I
That's
don't know. But so Paris were. So they saw that Bumper was on the main payload. Paxel was exposed.
yeah,
So they just go around the corner
and get Haxel.
and immediately kill him.
Yeah, like the three times they're all
That's a good
here.
punish.
But they don't even get Twilight though. Just Twilight rotates
They
here.
really should have. At least
But
somebody should
then
have entered on
Nico
because we
super
could've easily
overextends.
killed them.
Yeah, but they drop Shatter and it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like,
Anyways, I'm pretty sure there's a really
Nico
massive
went way
HP.
too
Wait,
far.
was there a massive? Oh no, so I'm not sure I should look.
I think they're saying on stream like
That's
there's
actually quite.
Ben Best probably doesn't need Shatter there, but I think he does it just
Wait,
to
no,
win the
rewind it, 'cause I
fight.
think they actually did have a bit. Vancouver actually did have a bit of an HP advantage. Kate, can you rewind? Yeah, they had an HP advantage.
So they're up 1.
Fincy's really low. It's good because it helps.
It wins the
all
fight.
go in your favour.
It wins the fight, and
It wins the
Shadowburn probably gets a bit more fucking grav, which he desperately needs.
Oh, wait, Shadowburn's playing.
Yeah,
Has he been playing this entire time?
yes, he's
Yeah.
been in the entirety in Barney. He wasn't playing first map though. He wasn't playing on
Okay, I
LES.
was like, I didn't notice. It was like, when did Shadowburn start playing?
Yeah, this is his first game.
Ah, okay. Well, this is.
So they're
It's got no
holding
less.
super far up, which is kind of slightly awkward.
I just noticed this. Bumper's playing quite far back. I think he's afraid they're gonna try and do the same thing again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Soman Sue, and then
Oh,
Shadowburn.
Nico, wait, can we just go that? I want to see if Nico was discorded when he engaged.
No,
Or
He is discorded.
is he?
no, before.
Is he?
When does he get discorded? Is he discord right now?
No, he's not
No,
discorded.
he's not discorded.
Okay, just play.
But he's way too far out.
Still
He should
clean.
be there.
He's still clean. He's still clean.
But
Still
then-
clean.
Still clean. He's still clean. Use his shield bash.
Discorded. Discorded.
Soman
then
Sue.
immediately
Soman Sue
so
pops his
disgruntled.
pops his personal bubble.
So
Goes
they
yeet.
they move too far away from the corner, and then so they're exposed to this sideline, and then
Nico
they don't
just
actually
doesn't
push
shield
this.
as well.
Ben Best should have pushed this a lot earlier. Finzi should be pushing this. Nico should be. Everyone should be pushing this. This shouldn't be.
But
You
Soman
should
Sue.
be shielding at least. Like as soon as Discord comes out, you need to get the.
Shadowburn tries to save
And
this with
even if he had
grav.
shield, it's gonna be.
Actually, what's his shield deck? Can we just rewind? I want to see if he actually could have shielded. Was he just being Pepega?
See, Ben Best
shield
shields is low as well.
Shield
though.
is up. Shield is
Shield
up.
is fine. Shield is fine. Shield is fine.
Drop shield. Drop shield.
Then
He could have
now he
shielded.
gets discorded. Well, I mean, so it's
Could've
too
shielded.
close range. I think it's more of a overall problem, but they're pushing so far away. They're out of.
Yeah, like
in
he's so
full
he's
line
so
of sight.
split.
They're
Like,
nowhere near cover.
Nico should be behind
So
Ben Best
now
here.
they should.
Yeah,
They need
yeah.
to-
Real estate should be holding around. But it's like.
Like Nico should be here. And then it speed on. They tried to save it with grav. Yeah.
Now Ben Best is getting
Ben
destroyed.
Best
Everyone's
just
getting-
did a 180 into that position. I don't.
But yeah, Paris messed up there.
Paris, they don't.
But Soman Sue
Oh,
has
okay,
grav
back-
come. Like Soman Sue has grav here, so
So now this is a really awkward attack because it's in. So you've got.
Oh, there it is.
Well, so you've got this, and so this is the entire like line of sight. There's no way for anyone to hide. Yeah, so
Finzi can just
they
bomb
just have
this.
to go straight through.
Axel just got.
They get
abused.
Haxel. Finzi yeets bomb, kills Soman Sue. I'd just fight over. Like they just leave.
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
Vancouver commit any ults here, or do they? No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They commit grav. They commit grav. Just grav.
Yeah.
This is after this engage.
So now both. So Nico's going to be able to use.
Big shot from Ben Best.
Yeah, definitely.
He step shatters him.
Um,
He uses shatter
Bomber's
animation.
discorded. Bomber's discorded this
Oh,
entire time. This is gonna be
don't-
slightly awkward when it.
Twilight! Twilight! No!
Stop chanting Gav. Stop chanting Gav. That should have been slime. That should have. Why is that not slime? God damn it.
I don't know. What?
Okay, so now they don't have.
Transfer grab ball.
I think
No,
that,
no, fuck.
Now they have.
well, they don't. They know he doesn't have bomb because Finzi
Why-
used
why-
it last
why
fight.
did I even say transfer grab ball? What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ, I'm
Yeah,
Then-
so they shouldn't be transing a shatter. That should have been slime, and then they should have hard engaged after
Did
as soon as they got up.
I'm guessing Slime got knocked down then.
Yeah, that's his bad then.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess still to save it. So shot bomb, Shadow dies.
Bumper
Bembest
just
just
deleted.
yeets. Bembest is currently behind everyone right now.
No,
Oh no, there he
no,
is.
Bumper's been Discord this entire time.
Yeah,
they
he
don't
has.
have trans. No, they
He
don't
only
have
just got
trans.
cleansed. And now he's back to being discorded.
They don't have trans, so Shadowburn might grab this.
Bumper was playing a. He is playing very.
Hip trances this and they just
bizarre.
leave.
So now
The
they've
John is
got.
discorded. Who's discorded right now? Did he just remove Discord to get it on the Lucio? Yes, he did. Okay.
Well, I mean,
I think he
you can
tries.
one-
I think he tries to
you
get
can
Bumper.
one-shot Lucio if you like Diva can one-shot Lucio if he's discorded. So if they're playing overly aggressive,
Another
then
whiffed.
it's a bomb.
Wait a minute, I might be wrong, but I don't think Paris have gone off a single graph bomb combo.
No, they haven't.
Graph bomb is like bomb is mostly used to just split. It's
So,
like
You don't need to grab bomb to be fair.
honestly,
No, but they've like attempted to do that. I just don't think they've actually managed to.
Oh,
get
yeah,
one
true.
Like
Yeah.
success.
and thing is, if you get a load of people with bomb, then that's no ult charge. So so a lot of time, if provided you win the fight, it's better if you actually did it without.
Like
ult.
Janu so far has just been using bomb to punish position, but also
Oh my
he's
God,
like
they're
grab
all
bomb.
using Logitech mice.
Brilliant. They're probably
Um,
sponsored to be fair.
I'm gonna probably go now. I go do stuff. So,
Alright.
See you, my
Yeah.
man. I'm probably gonna go soon as well.
Aye. Well, can we do the at least first point defense or like at least I don't know how long this map is because I'm pretty sure like Titans just finish it out and they
That's my
take it.
defense, and then we'll just quickly, and then I'll be in Kick will probably bounce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably just end the stream there because I need to go and get lunch because I've not eaten.
Me
Fair.
too. Just skip this part. The usual. Why do they always do this? It's just annoying because you know everyone's just gonna. Like actually, no more ad time. That's exact reason. More ad time.
yeah. So again, they're running floats.
Bumper. Okay, that at
That's
least
probably
I'm
better to
interested
be
in
honest.
the Rhine.
I don't really like the Rhine.
I know. I tend to agree. For one thing, also it also like on a side note, it makes you because on the topic of wait, coming back to quad to triple DPS, it's not as good against quad to triple DPS.
Yeah, you get absolutely destroyed base. You can't go aggressive. You just get.
And
Pummeled.
both teams have gone right. Okay, I don't know. Oh wait, no, they're running back. I think. Oh, they're going under.
No, they're,
Yeah, yeah.
they're going main.
They know they don't have the some.
They're just spamming base. They don't want to.
Yeah.
So the thing is about that area is it's like
Wait, did
the
Cruz
team,
boop or
the
did they
team
drop?
attacking. I think they drop.
Either way, Bumper looks like he. Yeah, that's
Never
good.
mind.
That's good.
Well, Bumper is already going down. So the boop happens here, but Bumper is already dropping.
Wait, can we just see that like rapidly being paused? Just wanna. Just to confirm. What's this? Is he dropping? Is he dropping?
So we
Yeah, he was dropping. He was dropping.
Ah,
It
right.
certainly seemed
yeah,
like it, 'cause
so
he was like
he
walking
starts
straight.
moving now.
He
Yeah,
was definitely gonna drop. I just don't think So is gonna necessarily drop.
yeah. I think Bumper was gonna drop, but So and Haxel weren't gonna drop, so that messes them up. Because now they have to fully
Yeah,
commit.
that puts Paris in a much better position. Also, Bumper, they had to use Protected Cleanse. Plus, I'm pretty sure he's Discord now. No, he's not Discord. He's not Discord.
No.
Okay,
But he
that's
jumps
it.
down to just draw attention away, I guess. But obviously, like they can't push it. Just Bembest is on
really-
crit.
Slime should have.
Jay Janu's dropping.
Slime should have recognized the Persian. He should have countered that. So that was Slime's bad there. Bumper.
Bumper's going ridiculous, so that should be an easy punish. If they want to speed on him. Because Screws is. I suppose they don't maybe see it or something.
Oh. Cool. So, just a quick first point cap.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a pretty going out then.
Yeah, all good.
Cool. So yeah,
Okay.
nice doing stuff.
Yeah, if you just want any final thoughts before we go, but
Floats is good. I
floats
guess.
is good. Pepe clap.
Floats is good.
It's the hardest
Daily-
comp, but it's
Actually, on a side note, I'm just kind of curious. What do you think about the new changes?
Ooh.
I don't think they have much of an impact. Honestly, like
So are
They-
you saying I'm gonna have to go through more goats and open division?
Definitely.
Pogu.
Definitely.
Pogu.
Goats never dies, boys. Goats
like,
it out.
the thing is that so the Hammond changes are big. That's a good buff. The
Yes, very good buff.
armor changes, provided they're not still bugged when they move to live, are insane because it means Winston gets
Some more floats.
gets primal much quicker.
Yeah.
But honestly, unless Baptiste does something, which I doubt honestly, because his kit is very
Memey.
weird, and I don't think you have
It's
the DPS
memey.
to support him right
No.
now.
The soldier
uh,
change is good though.
The soldier's change is good, and so he could potentially
But
be comboed with Baptiste.
Diva's like still.
But
Metro on the flank.
yeah, like I doubt a lot of it will have much
Yeah.
of an impact. I think the main few to
They
focus
buffed-
to look at would be Zen changes.
They nerfed me.
Well, no, they buffed me.
Well, it's like a net
um,
nerf because they gave her Ice Wall less HP, but they made her
Okay.
spray do more
Um,
damage.
Well, so the armor changes change stuff.
Yeah.
The
Zarya does less damage now.
changes stuff. The Zarya change doesn't really do that much.
No. The Doomfist changes are good, but they're not impactful in Goats. Just
Yeah,
if they revert
so I
Doomfist, I think Goats is actually so much weaker. Just Sombra Doom was actually a hard
I think-
counter to Goats, man.
Yeah, I mean, so they all have an impact, but
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
not enough to
But
kill
they
it.
don't have there's no. Oh my god, these changes are all pointing to Hammond triple DPS. They're all making Hammond a low better because they're all kind of pulling in separate directions. So it just
Yeah.
minor changes change stuff up a little bit, but yeah.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for coming out. If you want to like plug socials or anything, let me know now before I end the stream.
I have no real socials to plug, but my team HSL Academy will be well, not really my team, but the team I'm coaching for, HSL, will be competing in Jane's Tournament Future Champions. So if you want to watch us,
Pod.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be streamed there, so you can.
Yeah, it
watch
will be.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't really have so I'm on Twitter, Cake Overwatch, Cake OW _, and I also stream on Twitch, Cake OW _.
I'm gonna talk to you afterwards, Cake, about getting you in to help with strategy for Leo. But I'll talk to you afterwards about that.
Cool.
Anyway,
Alright,
thanks for coming out, guys. This is probably going to go up
Alright.
to YouTube as well, just for a quick review as well, if that's alright. But
Yeah.
yeah.
See ya.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming out. End the
Yeah.
stream here. Bye bye.